On the microphone, when he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Did you get grief from others? Did you hear? Did other people hear and go like, "Were you okay?"
It was a real wake up of everyone that doesn't listen to the show.
Okay,
because I had one cousin like, "Hey, is there no show today?" And that was about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. But our team of people were definitely concerned about you. I actually told the story to someone I know, a longtime radio person. And it was weird. They read the situation exactly how you kind of interpreted it at the end. They said, well, he was probably gone so long that when he got in, everybody was probably just so relieved. I said, that's exactly what happened. And nobody was mad.
No, like there was a couple of big people that came, and I just like, oh, I'm about to hear it, and they're like, I'm just happy you're okay.
Yeah,
something that happens. Like
people care about you, Chris.
Yeah. I think people would be more upset if this was like my second or third week working the mornings, but it's been a couple of years now.
Yeah, and it's happened. This was it.
Yeah.
Or if it had happened and it was a few minutes late and it had been multiple times.
Yeah.
It's like, Chris, come on. Do we have an issue? And it's like, no, this was.
If I had a Nunez-like effect on the show. He's not awake, so I can say that.
Oh, you're right. I mean, I have to thank him for last Friday. He did come in and save the day. Yeah, but that's not been. It was completely out of character. How many times did you check
I found
your
out the
phone last night?
problem.
What?
Like what's that box that you plug your thing into?
The phone, actually?
No, the wire. So you've got the
charger.
Uh-huh. And then you got like that little brick thing that you plug into the wall.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't find like the regular one because I like moved it. And so I got a different one, which apparently.
Oh, so you literally did plug it into the wall. I was telling everybody that you just didn't, like, you thought you did and didn't.
Well, I thought that's what happened, but then I was plugging it in and like it wasn't charging. I'm like, oh my God.
That's what it was. So how many times did you check things last night?
A lot.
And just like yesterday, I had said, I had the opposite sleeping thing as you did. Like I thought, oh man, I'm rested, I'm awake. Wow, what time is it? And it was like 11:30. And then when I woke up at the alarm time, I was less lively, which doesn't make sense. Today, what time is it? Is it like 12:15, 12:30? My alarm was going off in 2 minutes. I'm like, dang it. Just never know. Never know. But today you got here all safe and sound, no worries?
No problems.
Yeah.
I was telling you when you were thinking of people that you could have called.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling my mom the story and how she was out of town.
So you did tell. I was going to ask you that.
She was out of town. And I was saying like, oh, yeah, she would have been flipping out. And she said exactly what I thought. She's like, your Uncle Joe would have been breaking down the door.
Just pounding on the door. And that
he was close to me.
Frightened you even more. What? Get out. What's going on? We getting robbed? What, fire? Yeah. That's one where, I'm not a big fan of, people filming everything they do, but that would have been a fun 5-minute video of your wake up, like your realization, like, oh, bleep, it's light outside. Oh, my phone's dead. Charge it really fast. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And your panic and how quickly you were moving to get here. But that's also not fun. It might have been fun for about 30 seconds.
Oh,
to
that
see
was
the video.
not fun.
Yeah. I know how you care, and how you.
And then you get like a PTSD of it happening again. Like, this is going to be for.
Yeah, am I going to do this all the time
This
now?
is going to be for a while, or this is my.
Yeah. I don't know when you'll get comfortable again, but I don't know when. It's going to be another week or two, probably, at least. Welcome in on this Friday, excuse me, August 15th with a question mark?
No,
Yes.
that's not true.
Are you ready for Christmas?
No.
I'm not either. What does one do about that? Guess we have time. We do have time. I will say this.
I was like, oh yeah, I got a present for someone, but then that's their birthday.
Did you give that present that you had ordered here?
No,
that
it's still
was
it's
really
in
random?
October.
Okay. Wow.
I did tell them your reaction though. I'm like, hey, this just came in for your birthday, and Jason's reaction was, what is this?
So did that make that person, whoever this is that's receiving that gift, more curious, excited, nervous?
It like, because people might find this weird. I'm kind of a weirdo to begin with. So they know that could be any possibility of things.
I will say this, to my knowledge, that's one of the earliest I've ever heard someone getting a present for somebody. Not the earliest, but pretty early.
I'm like that. Like,
you just saw something.
If I find something that I'm like, oh, this person's gonna love, I'll just like grab it immediately and then just hang on for it for a while.
Which I will say actually does make sense. My wife does that a lot, and it's like she'll get something in February. Go, oh, I'm saving this for our niece for Christmas. I'm like, where are we putting this?
Like, I got something for someone's birthday in November, in like June.
Okay, that's pretty early. Well, this was early too. I think this was in July. Yeah, it was late July, and this was for October. But still, good for you. You're prepared. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
And now we'll have to see their reaction.
That's me, always prepared.
Always ready to go. Air quotes, Chris Verlod. That's it. That is it. Good day. Rest of the day yesterday. Everything smooth. Oh, that good, huh? That good. Well, I have here in my hot little. I'm the first one. No, I'm not. If you're looking at our YouTube, the Kings schedule. We will have many observations of that throughout the day. And again, 41 at home, 41 on the road. I know that's always everybody's joke.
And the one thing that stuck out to me where I'm just like, oh my God.
I know what it is, but describe it.
8 p.m. tip-offs, which in the NBA is really 8:06. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be on national TV.
Could be a
more
slide.
Like 8:13, 8:15 start.
And being that it's national TV, that means it's also a longer game, longer commercials. What are you doing, League, to Chris and I? That's an even later rewind.
Yeah.
I will say, look, in a lot of times in the central time, sometimes mountain time, they get these weird times because of TV. We never get this. I remember the first year
East Coast will get sometimes too, with especially in like playoffs, they'll get like a 9 o'clock start, which is crazy.
But that's East Coast starting at 9. Sounds bad, but that's starting there at 9, here at 6. This is starting here at 8. If you are a Kings fan and you live in New York, that game tips at, we'll just say 11, even though it's probably 11:15. What are we doing? Do I take 2 naps in that day? And I thought, okay, if there's one, look, whatever. It happens. We could deal with one. Because I don't like the 7:30 games. When I saw 8, I'm like, wait, that means 6. And I looked at it again, it goes, 8? No, that means 6. And then
schedule.
And then I see another 8. And then I think there's 3 of them. Tuesday nights, Peacock, 8 o'clock. Let's see. There's one November 11th against Denver. There's one December 30th against the Clippers. That's not as bad because are we off on the 31st? I don't know. I can deal with that.
Maybe.
There's one January 6th, 1 week later, home against Dallas at 8. Oh, there's 4 of them. Oh, no. There's 5 of them.
Kings are popular.
Everybody loves the Kings. Wow. Yeah, there was actually, that's one of my takeaways, and I'll talk about that a little bit later in the show about the differences in some game times. I know you've got to play Sunday games, and sometimes the Kings play that 3:00 Sunday afternoon. I don't mind that when that also gets past football season. I just think that makes more sense. There's one right in the middle of football season. This is a road game, but they play the Spurs at like 1. Like that is like prime afternoon football time, but that's okay. It's just not that, I'll obviously be covering and watching the Kings, but you just, sometimes I think basketball can help themselves. And I say 41 home, 41 road. Well, I don't know that yet because the NBA Cup, there's 2 mysterious games out there. Kings have 40 home, 40 road right now on the schedule. Those other 2 will get filled in with Cup Week, which is December 9th through December 16th. So anyway, we will go over that today on the show. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud here with you. Carmichael Dave still at the end of the vacation. The other thing that was kind of hidden in yesterday's show, we get started later. We all hopefully know the story by now. Chris is good. He's healthy. Everybody's fine. It was really, I had Chris trapped in the other room. I just wanted to work on my board hopping skills. But Dave called in. And
You're going to get in there and you're going to say that you slept, okay?
Yeah. Chris, we don't reveal our secrets. It sure sounded like Dave was having a blast. I don't know if he was having fun on his vacation.
Well, it takes him away from one of his favorite things,
Which is?
his phone.
Did it, though? He's been...
He's tweeting a lot for someone on vacation, but
not that much.
Not his.
Not his normal volume shooter.
Yeah.
Okay. And honestly, I don't know when it ends. I know that it's either today or tomorrow, or I guess it could be as late as Sunday, but then he heads down to Southern California.
Gross.
Yeah, for the opening day of school of his daughter going away to college. You went here locally, so you didn't have the going away experience, did you? Right?
No.
Am I missing? Yeah, okay. Have you ever had a lengthy time when you were in that age of, 16 to 20, 16 to 18, something like that, where you were away from home for a long time?
We used to do a basketball camp once a
Okay.
year, but that was just a week.
Okay. And I know you had that one trip, like with a church group or something in New Orleans, right?
Oh yeah, that was only like a few days. Though.
Okay. Yeah, this one is obviously going to be weird for Dave and for Melissa. I mean, everybody goes through this in some way, shape, or form. But it's also weird for the kid that's, going from being
I had 2 weeks in England.
by yourself, or obviously with a group or something.
Yeah, school group.
Okay. But that was probably fun. Like you were probably looking forward to that. Was that weird at all to be away from home, or are you fine with it?
No, that was good.
Yeah. 2 weeks is a good amount of time because you also know, like, I'm coming home. I remember my going to college. My parents, I'd kind of learned to grow up earlier, I guess. My parents were separated and you had to do different things, but my parents were always there. That's not the thing. But I remember I left Chris, like I said yesterday, Davis and those schools started maybe the last week of September. So I'm at home all that time. It was a fun summer. Your last kind of what you feel like is a free summer, even though that wasn't really true. But I remember I went away, and I want to say 3 weeks later, maybe my high school had their homecoming, and I'm like, oh, I'm coming back for that. So now that's maybe mid-October. Maybe a month later was Thanksgiving, and then a month later it was Christmas. And I thought, man, I came home 3 times, but that felt good. Then I remember the winter quarter, didn't come home once. And then spring quarter didn't come home again until summer. So it was like, I just started to get more and more comfortable. The question is, will Dave get more and more comfortable? I think you know what'll happen for him, Chris. My prediction, I think he's just going to buy more gadgets.
You think so?
Yeah. And not bring him in. Threaten to bring him in and tell us, hey, I bought this to help eat this or make this. I'm going to bring some in tomorrow and we'll do it. And he won't.
Well, I mean, I think he's going to be spending a lot of time in LA.
Yeah. He's going to be going to those games.
I mean, like one of his big benefits of working for a soccer team in England is taking those trips. So he's got miles to
he does.
work
And that's an easy place to get to, honestly, whether you drive or whether you fly. Yeah, we're gonna have to get used to that. And I saw their family post yesterday. We were talking about school starting, and we told the story yesterday of Katie Christensen scrambling on what she thought was the day before school starting, turned out to be the first day of school. I saw that it was Mason's first day. They took that picture. I don't know who started that, but someone started that. Take the picture in front of the door before the first day of school, backpack on, going to school. But someone did, and now everybody does it for years, which is cool if you have the archive of like kindergarten, 5th grade, 8th grade, senior year.
You know what? I'm old school. I just want the
school picture.
No, I just want the pen on the door frame saying how tall someone is.
Do you have that somewhere in a house?
Ironically, not my house. It's in the small town Loyalton, up near Truckee. That they still have that. They haven't changed the door frame, so you could see.
That's pretty cool.
Christopher.
Yeah.
1991
and up. That's really cool. I don't live in the same house that I grew up in. We had something like that. I remember we were writing like in pencil, like, I don't even know if we put our names, but it was like, hey, it used to be that tall. And at one point, I think we stopped doing it, but I know I had a huge growth spurt from 8th grade to 9th grade and probably 10th and on. But I just would like to see what that gap is. We just had the celebration of life for my mom. So we had a bunch of pictures in there, and there was an 8th grade picture that I had in some sort of suit that I'm wearing, just like hair straight down the middle. And I'm looking thrilled to be there, but I'm standing next to my mom, who I would say my mom was about 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", so average. I'm shorter than her in my 8th grade graduation, probably about 5'3", because I think that's what I was going into high school. And then I think by my sophomore year, maybe junior year, I was about 6'1". So it happened. But like the 8th grade picture, it's like my mom's like up there on me, and you just go.
I had the same thing.
Yeah, you were that small.
I was 5. Yeah,
your mom's not that tall.
No, she's 5'2".
Okay.
And I think we were the same height, and my dad was 5'7", and he was like,
"Oh wow, you're much taller than your dad."
Yeah, and he was like way over me, and then it was like that was my graduation of 8th grade, and by basketball starting my freshman year, I was 5'9".
Wow. Where'd you get your height? Because how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But like,
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my dad was 5'10". My mom was 5'6" ish. My my grandfather on my mom's side was over 6, and I think that's where. So it's funny. My brother and I are exactly the same height. My older brother, and we have a cousin that also has the same grandpa. So like we're all, and he was a great athlete. He was so mad at my brother and I. He's like, "Why did you?" He's probably 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", maybe a stretch, but he was always mad at us. And then we have the same group has another cousin. He's probably 5'4", and it's like, man, it's just we had weird genes, but those happen, right, Gene? All right. Well, we've got a lot to get to today. It is Friday. We will wrap up the show with Friday Fun and Games. Got a heavy guest list today. Checking in with us in, 30 minutes or so. We are going to visit with fantasy football expert. He's back. Our guy from CBS Sports, Dave Richard, is going to join us. He will be a part of a weekly Friday fantasy football segment, but he is going to join us for our first installment of that. Coming up at 7:30. We missed him yesterday, but he's back today. Sports Business with Kelly Brothers.
Good at business.
And then at 8, your skipper, the manager of the Athletics, Mark Kotze, is scheduled to join us. So jam-packed show today. Also, everybody likes to have opinions on quarterbacks. I've ranked the wide receivers, the tight ends, the running backs. Today, my quarterback. We're going to rank the quarterbacks. I'll have that for you, our top 10, coming up at 9 o'clock. But let's do it. Time for leading off.
Let's do it.
Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Basketball, give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Oh, yes. The NBA on NBC. It's funny. I think that for you, Chris, that's it. That's what you think of basketball, huh?
Yeah.
That's the theme. The theme is a banger. That's where a lot of people, you're going to hit a lot of age ranges of basketball fans. And that is, Michael Jordan, NBC, Shaq on the Magic, just Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Iverson back there, just like whatever you, Barkley grew up with, the younger ages. Now it's back to NBC, but the schedule is out. All games, all teams, but you care about your Sacramento Kings. It is official, much like reports were out there. The schedule did not tweak, did not change. I'm going to read to you all 80 games. The Kings open up with the Phoenix Suns on the road and the home opener 2 days later against the Utah Jazz. Both must wins. Now, there is a schedule quirk I will discuss a little bit later that I found. And I told you yesterday some of the things I was going to be looking for. Well, I have found them as well. We will go over that throughout the show. But the journey, the roadmap for the Kings for their trip to the playoffs or a trip to the lottery, we don't know. We don't know how this will go. We can all look at this and maybe you know what? I think I told Dave this, and I don't know if I'm going to hold up to this, Chris, but maybe I think I told him this last year at some point in one of our off-air segments. I said, what would be interesting to do is maybe now that the schedule is out, at some point, if we have some free time, me, you, and Dave literally go through it and right now do win-loss, try to do a win-loss. And then when we actually get to the day of the game, do a win-loss. So almost have like a couple different predictions and then just see. Because, I'm just going to pick a day, March 10th. Let me see what's the closest game to March 10th. Oh, the Kings are at home against Indiana.
Win.
See, there you go. Chris says win. Now, when we're there, are the Kings a completely different team? Have they traded everybody? Are they even way better than we think? Are they hurt? Are the Pacers hurt? Did Tyrese make a miracle comeback and that's his first game? I don't know. But if you're trying to predict in August, it'd be one thing. Then when you're predicting the day of, I wonder how much difference we would have.
I can't believe Zach LaVine is averaging 40 points a game this season.
Yeah, but only 2 against the Pacers. What is going to happen? But yeah, we will have our schedule thoughts throughout the show. Let's go to leading off number 2.
Cut number 2.
Watkins to the left. Jones under center and first to go from the 5. Give it to Taylor, bouncing it outside of the 5. The 4, the 3, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Preseason game number 2 tomorrow, Niners and Raiders. The greatness in the Raiders is in their future. Signed Al Davis. Preseason game number 2. How many reps? Who do we see? Who plays? Who's in? Who's out? Look, there will be an outcome. Could be a tie. We've seen a couple of those in the preseason. Less concerned about that for each team. But how do the guys that we expect to play a lot play? Now, who's going to play? We know last week for the Niners. Nobody really I think it was three starters, we believe, of the top 22 offense, defense played. And it was minimal reps, understandably. So we'll evaluate that. We'll have a lot of that on Monday, certainly, and we'll talk a little bit of that coming up. But Raiders, Niners, preseason game number 2 tomorrow. All right, let's get to cut 3.
Cut number 3.
1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The Rays win 8-2. They win the series and take 2 out of 3 from the Athletics. Saxy, it was a lot of fun, but the A's fall tonight.
Well, the Rays, I should say, are kind of the bridge. They just played the series against the A's, won 2 of 3. Now they are taking on the Giants. So the Giants, who have been just struggling on the struggle bus, they are in action, anxious to see what is different possibly tonight or more of the same. They need a win in the worst way. And the A's, they're going through it with what we expected, but they get a weekend series with the Angels. So we will talk about that more, as we said, at 8 o'clock with their manager, Mark Kotze. So, again, we got all our regular stuff for you, too, including scheduled tidbits for you, 3 for Madness. We've got streaking. We've got who's hot, who's not. We'll rank those QBs, what's on deck, celebrity birthdays, Friday fun and games, and a lot for you. Sit back, relax, join us. Welcome to those of you on YouTube joining us. Hit that thumbs up button while you're there, please. And hit us up on the text line, 916-339. You want to call in, you can hit that number too, or our 1-800-920-1140. Thank you so much. Jason Ross, Chris Verlaud here on a Friday. Back with more of the show right here on Sacktown Sports.
The Alan Stiles Show.
Are the Kings the one team in the league that could actually benefit from one of their players having a podcast? Malik, it would probably be Malik, even though he's in all these dang trade rumors. Wouldn't it be nice if you heard stories about the Kings?
You can listen to the Alan Stiles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
High Voltage Live boxing action returns to the venue on September 6th as Uppercut Promotions presents Thunder Showdown with 6 big fights on the bill, featuring local lightweight standout Kyle Lakinlali, who enters the ring undefeated. And don't miss a big heavyweight showdown with Chinese heavyweight Junglong Singh and Sacktown's own Vikas Diaw. Thunder Showdown coming September 6th to the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Fight card subject to change.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, and let me tell you about the manager-only offers they're running right now. They have low rates on new cars, certified pre-owned vehicles, and of course, their popular e-Sprinter vehicles. Take it from me, I'm driving an all-electric Mercedes-Benz SUV, and I love it. So head on down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton right now, or go online at mbofstockton.com, because these rates won't last long. And while you're there, tell them Drape sent you.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, inviting you to come join them every Wednesday for their midweek madness drawing, giving away $2,000 in total cash starting at 6 p.m. It's a safe and friendly environment, plenty of well-lit parking available, and it's conveniently located right there in downtown Sacramento. And remember, best food, best service, best games, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, safe or out time here on the show as we go around baseball to figure out whether this question is safe or out. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So, Chris, start us with the first topic.
The Giants' struggles are a reflection of everyone. So with that said, safe or out? Bob Melvin will be the fall guy.
It depends on how the rest of this goes, but yeah, that's probably safe. I don't think I know he's not the problem, but he is part of it, right? When you're the manager. And whether or not, I don't know if they really truly had expectations coming into the year, but they acted like a team with expectations. And I think the way they started, they gave the fan base and probably the organization expectations. I went through it yesterday where they were on every 14th of the month, from April 14th to May 14th to June 14th. I think it was June, if I'm not mistaken, where they were just a half game back or 1 game back of the Dodgers after losing to them. So they're right there nearing the midpoint of the season. July 14th, it slid a little, and then it's just fallen off the cliff. And so not only that, they've acted like an organization that now has expectations, and they made the aggressive trade of getting a guy like Rafael Devers. So expectations, I think, changed, and now they're probably changing again as a team with a reality that is most likely not going to make the postseason. So when you go to begin the year, hey, let's see what we got, to, oh my gosh, we may have something really, really good here, to completely falling apart while making a significant trade and they're being aggressive, you kind of have to reconcile all that at the end of the year and say, well, what happened? What do we do? Well, you're not changing all of your players, and the one change you can make as manager. Again, I think Bob Melvin is a good manager. This is a circumstance that happens in every sport. If they are going to make a bigger move, yes, this is safe. This is the one they would do, and they would fire Bob Melvin. I don't know that it's going to happen, but look, teams that have been done better than this have fired their manager or head coach or whatever. So it really comes down to what Buster Posey thinks, his relationship with Bob Melvin. If he thinks, like, if he, as a longtime baseball guy, watches the team on a night-to-night basis, and I'm sure Bob Melvin's made some mistakes, Bob Melvin would be the first to admit that. But if Buster says these are consistently happening with him, okay. But I think the Giants organization could do a little bit more to help Bob Melvin too. I still think there's some young guys they need to call up. And especially now, like, let's go. I think you're not trying to punt on this season, but I think with the lineup they put out there every day, it's not enough. It's not going to happen. So why not see it with a different lineup? And if it does happen, bonus. If it doesn't, the bonus is you're getting to watch your young players to see what you got. So we'll see on that. But again, if I have to pick, I would say this is sadly safe. Question 2.
12 in a row for the Milwaukee Brewers after another win on Wednesday, and now free burgers courtesy of George Webb Restaurant for everyone. Safer out, they will surpass their number of 168,000 from the last giveaway.
Okay, so I have my facts a little bit wrong. I want to correct a few things here. One, let's clean up the story we were talking about yesterday, Chris, because we said you were mad that they didn't have the time and place ready to go, maybe yesterday should have been the day. Well, yesterday they did announce, to their credit, they said they would. The restaurant set the time for 2 to 6 p.m. Wednesday, August 20th, so just a few days away, at all their locations through Wisconsin, where every fan who shows up is entitled to one burger. The chain has 23 locations, almost entirely in the Milwaukee area. Where I had my information wrong. Also, by the way, the vouchers will be available beginning today. So you got to get a voucher for all locations. For those who want to savor the moment and enjoy a delicious George Webb hamburger at a later date, the restaurant chain said in a news release, they'll also be valid, these vouchers, from August 25th to 29th. But here's where I had my info wrong. So this is the third time the founder made this bold prediction of 12 games in a row back in 1940s. Let's see. The last, in 1987, the first year of the promotion did actually bear fruit here where they won 12 in a row. They handed out 168,000 free burgers. It did happen again in 2018. So I thought this was the last time. The number went down. So in 1987, it was 168,000. In 2018, the restaurant said it gave away 90,000 free burgers plus 100,000 redeemable vouchers. Well, I'm going with the burger number.
So people got vouchers and then didn't even get them.
I'm not.
Well, from my
your source,
from my source in Milwaukee, he says, "quote They're trash." He or she, they're trash.
Wait, this is a different source that said they're okay. Now it's trash.
No,
they
never said that. They never said that they're good.
They said, but they didn't say trash first. What did they say?
They said, they're not good.
Oh.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
And then they continued on. They're trash, thin, dry ass, possibly frozen patties on Wonder Bread buns. The only reason to go to George Webb is if you need a quick, easy, greasy breakfast, but you're too hungover to make it yourself.
Whew, Georgie. I do see a picture of the burgers. Would I eat it? How desperate am I?
I mean, so how many locations? You said that there's 30.
23.
23. So, and how many were given 90,000 last time?
And I don't know if this is true. I mean, that's only a 4-hour window, but still.
So that's 4,500 burgers
at each place.
At each location.
In 4 hours?
Averaging.
That seems a lot, but I mean, it's not like lines out the door.
Yeah.
Well, but I feel like if I did it, I'm going there and then are you grabbing, I don't know what else they have. Shake, fries, something. You're like, or maybe you get the burger. Hey, this is free. Let's give this to somebody, but do they have something else there on the George Webb menu that others would recommend? No. Anyway, well, more importantly, good for the Brewers. They are baseball's hottest team, winners of 12 in a row, second 10-game win streak of the year, and best record of baseball. Good for them. All right, let's get to safer out number 3.
The lowest win total for a full-time starter to win the Cy Young Award was Jacob deGrom when he won it in 2018 with just 10 wins. Safer out. Paul Skeens will win the NL Cy Young this year and have less than 10 wins.
Well, Paul Skeens right now is the favorite in the National League to win the Cy Young. Doesn't have a great record, which we all kind of know that's becoming less and less important. His ERA is 2.13, and his overall 2025 pitching stats, 7 wins, 9 losses. I think he will win the Cy Young. Got 166 strikeouts, only 36 walks. His whip is great. ERA is awesome. I mean, last year he was 11-3 and came in third. Pittsburgh doesn't have a great record. Man, it's so weird. I mean, that used to be like someone won 18, 22 games, something like that. It's just a different time and place. I'll say safe. Just on a whim, I'll say safe. He gets to like 9 wins and wins the Cy Young. All right, 3 for Madness coming up. But up next, fantasy football. Some of you, not that many, but some of you have had a draft. Maybe some of it's this weekend. Well, we're here to help. If not, it's in the weeks to come. We're still here to help. Our guy, our fantasy football guru, will talk with CBS Sports Dave Richard. That is next.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SacktownSports.com to join.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Discover Terra Madre Americas, one of the world's most exciting food events, coming to Northern California for the first time this September 26th through 28th. Dig into good, clean, and fair food for all with chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower. Hear music from The War on Drugs, Spoon, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, Jade Bird, and Passion Pit Solo Acoustic. Savor the journey of Terra Madre Americas, only in Sacramento. Details on TerraMadreUSA.com. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity, introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the A's have played better than 500 baseballs since the end of June, and one reason, improved starting pitching. And now that Luis Severino is on the IL, rookies comprise 4/5 of that rotation, including 22-year-old Luis Morales, a consensus top 5 prospect in the A's organization.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, welcome back. Jason Ross, Christopher Ladd, hanging out here on this Friday morning for Alan Styles coming up at 10. The Drive Guys this afternoon at 2. How's everybody feeling out there? It's a Friday. Got to be feeling good. Some good weather. Good weekend ahead, I hope. And we're getting closer. So close to football. Got some more preseason football. Preseason tonight, if you're interested in that. But certainly Raiders, Niners tomorrow. And we're getting so close. In fact, next, 1 week from today, UC Davis, the Aggies will be heading out. They're going to be heading to their week 0 football game. High school football's here, so good times. Football is just about here. I got to catch up on, I don't know how, if those of you out there, and you can weigh in on the text line or our YouTube chat, 916-339-1140, or certainly on our chat, about Hard Knocks. I think there's been 2 episodes so far of the Bills. I have not seen them yet, but I got to catch up on that. I know there's one on, I think ESPN has The Kingdom with the Chiefs. I like those things. I think those shows all have always been interesting to me. They've always caught my attention, and anxious to see what kind of they look like. I mean, Hard Knocks is always, it's very formulaic, but it's a good formula for me. I've liked it. I've enjoyed the way they do it, who they capture, and I'm guessing it's similar this year. But again, I have not seen the first 2 episodes, focusing on the Buffalo Bills. We are efforting to reach our fantasy football expert, Dave Richard. He is scheduled to join us, but sometimes things happen, so we're waiting to hear from Dave. And he's a busy man. Maybe he's in one of his, I can't remember how many leagues he ended up being in last year. I want to say it was like 9 or 11. It was something absurd. But we'll ask him when he joins us how many leagues and if he's had any drafts yet, because I did have a few people text in that they've already had their draft. So a little surprised by that. Mine are still several weeks away. I think the one big one that I've been in for years is the week of the start of the season, like the Tuesday before the Thursday. I prefer that. And some, give you a little bit more of a ramp up time. But, the earlier you draft, the more of a problem you have with injury. So but let's check in with our guy, our fantasy expert, your fantasy expert. America loves him, from CBS Sports, Dave Richard. Dave, it's Jason Ross. Carmichael Dave will be back with us next week. Dave, how are you today?
Who cares when David's coming back? We've got you on the air, Jason. It's great to hear your voice. It's been a while.
It has.
I'm coming to you live from Lake Forest, Illinois, where today the Bills and Bears will have a joint practice. To say that there are a handful of interesting players that fantasy managers want to know about would be a gross understatement. Hoping to have some great stuff from today's practice on CBSSports.com today.
You are constantly working. You are scouting a joint practice today?
This is my third one of the preseason.
Okay.
And I got one more to go.
Well,
I'm out there, man.
Yeah. And to be honestly, good for you, because when I worked a couple seasons with the Raiders and they had a couple joint practices with the Rams. And then after watching preseason games, I'm like, these joint practices are far more valuable than the preseason games. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Because, it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
If you're a coach, the preseason games are definitely valuable because it's another data point, especially for players at the back end of your roster. But who cares about the players at the back end of the roster when you've got fantasy studs that you've got to worry about, and you don't see those guys in the preseason games? You see them a lot in the joint practices, though.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, good for you. We've got people that are already anxious. We got one here. So happy Dave Richard is back, heading to Vegas for my draft tonight with 9 of my friends from high school to do a live in-person draft. Then tomorrow, going to the Niners-Raiders game. Question, how early is it to draft Ashton Genty from the Raiders? Well, there we go. There's our first question.
And it's a good first question. It really comes down to what type of league you're in. If catches don't count, he's a first round pick.
Okay.
Certainly all the upside and everything else that he comes with, it's a big deal. But if it's full PPR, you might see him slip to maybe the early second round.
Okay.
He's still a very, very talented young man. I really did not like what I saw from the Raiders offensive line in their first preseason game, but it's preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that Pete Carroll's going to get that taken care of.
Yeah. Well, let's have you drafted yet? I know you end up in a ton of leagues. Have you had
Have
one?
I drafted yet? That's like asking if I have breathed oxygen yet. Yes, Jason, of course I've drafted.
Okay. How many?
And I've got many more to go.
Nice. Well, let's ask it this way then. So in general, we know, because you're so right, you always tell everybody too this, it's really incumbent on how your league scoring is, but we'll try to do a general one. If you're picking, I'll give you a couple spots, Dave. If someone gets the first pick, second pick, third pick, just in general, what names are you seeing there going 1, 2, 3?
Well, certainly early on, I think you're going to have a choice between Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, maybe CeeDee Lamb creeps into your mind, maybe Christian McCaffrey snips into your mind. I think the strategy is to take who you love with that first pick and then really be prepared for what comes back to you in round 2 and round 3. And try not to get too many players from the same position. So if you get a receiver in round 1, then you need to get maybe a running back or 2 with your next 2 picks.
Yeah, so you're still in that philosophy, receiver, running back, early to first 3, 4 rounds, something like that?
I'm sorry, Jason, I missed your question.
No worries. Are you still in that philosophy of running back, receiver with multiple picks in that first 2, 3, 4 rounds?
Yeah, of course. And listen, I don't mind taking a quarterback, but it's got to be a quarterback that's available at a good price. We want somebody that has good value. You don't want to reach for a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen with your first pick. And there are people that make that mistake. And the reason why it's a mistake, obviously those guys are great and they put up a ton of points. You're missing out on talent at all the other positions. Mm-hmm. You might be drafting one of these great quarterbacks, and that's cool, but you might be missing out on Saquon Barkley. You might be missing out on Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I can name everybody in the first round if you really want me to. You get the point. There are a lot of players that have some huge upside. You don't want to let those guys go in getting a quarterback when a lot of the teams in your league, they're going to get a quarterback later on, and they're going to be much better values than Lamar in the first or Josh Allen in the first.
Well, let's ask maybe on the negative side. Is there a player or two that you're maybe some of your other counterparts or other experts like you are higher on than you are? Are there a few players you're staying away from?
Let's go back to the Raiders. And Brock Bowers had a monster year last year, but now it's a completely different Raiders offense. Ashton Genty's going to be there. That means that they're going to be able to run the ball more effectively. It makes me nervous that the type of target volume that Brock Bowers is going to get won't be as high as last year. And he's going to need to make up for that with supreme efficiency and a lot of touchdowns. I'm not saying that can't happen. I'm just saying taking him as a top 15 pick when there's no guarantee he can play like Travis Kelce, I feel like that's a big mistake. So I would stay away from that. And then with the news of Rashee Rice having a hearing on September 30th, we don't know when he'll be suspended. We don't know how long he'll be suspended. It's cool that he'll be available conceivably for the first 4 games of the season. But after that, it's a grab bag. He might miss the rest of the fantasy regular season, and then who knows what he'll be when he does come back from suspension. I would take him, but it's going to be late round 6, early round 7, somewhere in that range before I put him on my fantasy team. I know he's good, but I'd rather draft Xavier Worthy because I know he's playing 17 games.
Dave Richard joining us, CBS Sports. Dave, you mentioned him earlier. Christian McCaffrey, no doubt, when available, produces. I mean, that's not a question. But last year, some people got burned by him. You already touched on him. Where are you with McCaffrey?
I'm taking him in the first round, running right back to him. It's a different situation from last year on 2 fronts. Number one, he's healthy now. At this time last year, he was still dealing with something. We thought he'd be okay. We were still taking him at the 101. And we knew that there was an injury issue. Now he's not even in very much consideration for the 101. Maybe in a few leagues he could go first overall, but I think you'll see him certainly not be the first pick in the draft. So you're kind of getting him at a discount, so to speak. And he's healthy. He's fine. And then here's the other front. 49ers finished in last place last year. They've got an unbelievably favorable schedule. So now we're taking a guy who's as good as Christian McCaffrey. He scores like a fantasy quarterback. And he's got an easy schedule to start not just start the year, Jason, the whole year. I'm going to bet on that.
Yeah.
And it's easy. I could take Garendo with a late round pick, or if he's not going to be the guy to start the year, I'll draft Jordan James. Whoever that backup is, I'll get somebody to kind of ensure that first round pick. But I really think Christian McCaffrey, as long as he's healthy, he's going to have another huge year. Everything is setting up nicely. And by the way, who's catching the ball in San Francisco besides Kittle and Pearsall?
Right.
It's going to be Christian McCaffrey. And we kind of love those points that he gets for all those catches.
Yeah. So you mentioned Kittle, McCaffrey, or Kittle and Pearsall. Any other Purdy, any other Niners that would be on your radar?
Purdy and Juwan Jennings are good late round grabs. We don't know when Juwan will come back. I don't like that he's missing so much of training camp, be it because of the injury or because of the contract. But he does need to get back in there. I'm a big fan of Ricky Pearsall, though. I think he could have a very big year. And obviously, if the receiving core is banged up and they're running out of guys for Purdy to throw to, Pearsall is going to get more work in that offense. And that's kind of rare for a wide receiver in San Francisco to get a lot of volume. Usually they spread it around. Usually they don't throw a ton. They run it a lot. And so if there's an opportunity for Pearsall to see more than 7 targets per game, I think he's going to crush it.
All right, 2 more for you, Dave, and we appreciate your time. We know you're out there at practice. Let's ask you about people I asked you who you're staying away from. Who are you trying to get on your team? I guess this could be equivalent to sleepers, but also like, hey, if I got this team, I got to get these guys.
Last year, I loved Brock Bowers. This year, I love Tyler Warren, Colts rookie tight end. You saw him a little bit in the preseason game. I think he changes how that offense throws the football. I think he could have a very big year. I'm going to have to get him in like late round 8 or early round 9 now because people know how good he is. But I still think he's one of those guys that could be absolutely outstanding. And another receiver, Green Bay, Matthew Golden, he's really been phenomenal in camp. And I don't know if he's going to end up being the best wide receiver among the rookies because, I mean, Travis Hunter is really good. Emeka Egbuka is really good. There's a Ted McMillan. Holy cow, he's great. But I think Matthew Golden's the best value. You can get him in that anywhere from round 7 through round 10, and he could perform like a top 24 wide receiver.
All right, the last one's self-serving for me. Keeper League, we've had this one forever. We've kept McCaffrey for a long time, and he's been awesome for us. We got hurt last year, obviously, but that's okay. Sure. But we got Gibbs, and so now we're in that spot going forward, Gibbs or McCaffrey. Gibbs has got more long runway ahead of him, but we're leaning Gibbs, but I don't know if I'm going to regret that.
Don't lean. Push yourself in. He's younger. He might be better.
Okay.
And you've obviously got a player who's just as versatile and just as fast. And I think the Lions are actually going to try and do more with Gibbs this year.
Ooh, okay. I love it. We look forward to this every week. Dave, you are the best. Enjoy practice. We look forward to your evaluations on this and everything else you have. What else do you have coming up on your side on CBS Sports?
Well, certainly we've got content galore. So if you're drafting this weekend, swing on by CBSSports.com. You can read all kinds of draft strategies by position or where you pick in the draft, sleepers, breakouts, and busts. It's all there on CBSSports.com. It's free, by the way. And we've also got our live shows on YouTube. Go to YouTube.com, search for Fantasy Football Today, like and subscribe the videos, and you will be on top of everything that makes you a better fantasy manager in 2025.
Awesome. Great to have you back. Enjoy your weekend, and we look forward to talking to you every Friday.
I look forward to talking to you, Jason, but I don't know about the other guys.
I know. Well, I'll see if I can keep him trapped again one more week. Thanks, Dave.
I appreciate that, man. Have a great weekend.
Right.
Good luck in your draft.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. How about that? I mean, I love the text. The guy heading to Vegas, his high school buddies. That's how you do it to get your draft in. Good notes there. Hopefully that helped you. He helped me on the McCaffrey versus Gibbs debate. All right. When we come back in the next hour, Sports Business with Kelly Brothers. But first, 3 for Madness. 3 questions, 3 answers. That's next.
The Drive Guys.
From the 925, Braun has not lived up to his end of the bargain. Fake bubble ring is a joke. Is that Daryl Morey's burner? Would you want LeBron to join Sabonis to finish his career where he started? Kings fans, would they want LeBron right now? Right now.
You can listen to The Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. The Motor Trend 2025 Truck of the Year.
What about all those hard-to-find heavy duties?
Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on the hard-to-find brand new 2025 Ram Heavy Duties. You won't find a better selection of new Rams in California, with over 400 new Rams available and more on the way.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 15,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorns after 83.16 factory rebates and 66.84 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% below MSRP, 2,000 Stellantis financial bonus cash, must finance with Stellantis, 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit, 11,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Limited after 2,500 factory rebates and 8,500 dealer discount. Rebates include 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit, at least 5 of each net savings. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. I love spending a day on the golf course with invited friends, but not with uninvited mosquitoes, which can carry serious diseases like West Nile virus. Don't let mosquito bites ruin your round or your health. Stay safe while playing golf, hiking, or enjoying the outdoors with family. Defend yourself with insect repellent. For tips about your golf game, listen for Golf to Go. But for more tips on protecting yourself and your home from mosquitoes, visit fightthebite.net.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
That's right. It is 3 for Madness time here on this Friday. Thank you so much to Dave Richard. As soon as he said that, too, I saw your face, Chris. He's like, I am in Illinois at joint practice between, and I was like, wow. He's awesome. He's studying. He's one of the best, if not the best, at what he does, and we appreciate having him. We've had him. Dave's had him as a morning show guest for years. I've been a part of the morning now for years as well, but it's been so great having him and his insight. And for those of you, again, if you have a draft this weekend, I think it's too early. You end up in what, 1 to 2 leagues, Chris?
Yeah, I think I'm in going to be in 3 this year, though.
Okay. I might be in 3 to 4. I've not had a draft yet, and I still don't know. I don't think I even have one next weekend yet. So I like it to be, it does happen. I hate it, but if someone's drafting this weekend and then a significant injury to a player you took in the second or first round, I've told this story before. I'll never forget it because we used to do that where we'd go to locations. A lot of times it was Tahoe to draft. A lot of fun. And then maybe stay the night, gamble, whatever, have fun, and then head home on Sunday. Drive up Saturday, do the draft, goof off, and then be back Sunday or maybe later Saturday. But anyway, we were staying this particular year, and it was the Rams, and this would be way back when. And one of the guys, I don't think it was in the first round, but early rounds, and the Rams were supposed to be good. This was around Marshall Faulk, but before Kurt Warner, and they took the guy in our league took Trent Green. I was like, okay, good pick. He's going to be a good quarterback for the Rams. And that night in the preseason, Trent Green, it was bad. It was bad. I don't know if he tore his knee, but it was basically, you could tell.
I think he tore his ACL, right?
Yeah, and I think you knew, like, it was not good. And Dick Vermeil even said it, like he was the coach, and you're watching. And I remember we were all watching, I'm guessing, SportsCenter or something, where Dick Vermeil was talking about how, but it's the next man up philosophy, which every coach says. And he said, and we're all going to be behind Kurt Warner. And Kurt Warner, and I'm like, Kurt Warner? I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like,
It was great.
yeah, I laughed. I don't know if I said it was great. I wasn't rooting for the injury. That went too far. But I'm thinking, yeah, well, coach, you're supposed to say this, but that's not going to work. Kurt Warner, who's this guy? Who is Kurt Warner? I don't remember if our guy in our league who took Trent Green ended up getting Kurt Warner as the backup. Someone probably scooped him up after about 3 weeks, realizing, oh my gosh, this Kurt Warner guy's pretty good. But it does happen that way. And the whole point being is sometimes you draft. And had we had the draft, 2 to 3 weeks later after the preseason and before the start of the season, we would have never had that situation. But hey, if you're getting together like our texter there that's going to Vegas, that's going to be awesome. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your draft. And by the way, if you missed any of that conversation with Dave Richard, go back to Sacktown Sports, whether it's our webpage, sacktownsports.com, our YouTube page. The show will be podcast later, so you will be able to hear everything, all the insight he had. All right, question number 1, Chris.
Wednesday was National Left-Handers Day. Who are some of your favorite lefties in sports?
A lot of them. I have like a lot of left-handers. I just saw this list the other day too because of National Left-Handers Day. And let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, top 25 left-handers of all time, or they're ranking them. Again, back to list. This is somebody's list. James Harden at 25, Monica Seles 24. Oh, Oscar De La Hoya 23. Wow, Ken Griffey Jr. is 22. I thought he'd been in the top 5. David Robinson 21. Let's just move up the list. Tony Gwynn at 19, Stan Musial 18, Koufax 16. There's Ty Cobb at 15, Nadal at 14, Steve Young 13, 12 Lou Gehrig, 11 Diego Maradona, 10 Manny Pacquiao, 9 Martina Navratilova, Ted Williams 8, Randy Johnson 7. Man, this is a good list. Barry Bonds is 6, Phil Mickelson 5, Messi is 4, Bill Russell 3. Babe Ruth 2, and Wayne Gretzky 1. Well, that's a pretty darn good list. As far as my personal favorite lefties, Gwynn, I've always loved Tony Gwynn. He's one of my favorite lefties. Everybody loves Griffey. Oh, Don Mattingly. I loved Don Mattingly as a kid. Hey, Sabonis and Fox, 2 lefties.
Sabonis, I know.
You not familiar with the other guy?
No.
De'Aaron Fox?
Huh.
He's not on the team now, Chris, but you don't remember De'Aaron Fox?
Like a bench guy or something? Like a 2-way contract type of guy?
I'll have to look it up and find out. Manu Ginobili. Who else is a lefty? Mullen.
Erling Haaland, Phil Foden.
These are some of your favorites?
Yeah.
Who else? Who else do you like? Boxing? Well, they had De La Hoya on there, and they had Pacquiao. Who do you like better, De La Hoya or Pacquiao?
De La Hoya.
Whoa.
I like Pacquiao.
You don't like Pacquiao. Is De La Hoya your favorite boxer?
Oh, yeah.
All time?
All time. My greatest birthday ever, I think I turned 19, and we were all at my grandma's house, and almost everyone was rooting for Vargas.
Party at my grandma's house.
Me and my cousin's husband were the only ones rooting for De La Hoya. And when De La Hoya knocked out Vargas,
I'm sure you were
just a party.
I'm sure you were tame. Did everybody hate you?
Huh?
Did everybody hate you?
No, because I was like, it was such a good fight. Everyone was just going crazy.
That's awesome. That's all. He's great. Other big left. Yeah, someone's mentioning Randy Johnson. Yeah, he was on that list. That's their favorite, Danny and Chula Vista. Yeah, national lefties. Yeah, that's a pretty good list. Can you, how effective are you at all with your left hand?
Terrible.
In any way, can you do anything?
I mean, I could get that little football to you.
Yeah, but not for any kind of distance.
No.
Could you write left-handed?
No, I can barely write right-handed.
Could you eat? I mean, not with just your hand, but like with a fork, spoon, knife. Like, could you? I mean,
yeah.
more practice you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother was a lefty, so I, like a lot of times as a kid, I was trying to do things like him, like, you know, hey, he's using that hand, I should be using that hand, but I'm naturally a righty. Okay, there you go. There's some of the great lefties of all time. All right, question 2.
Question 2.
A lot of people were tuned in to the New Heights podcast with the Kelseys and Taylor Swift. Were you one of them? If so, why? If not, why?
I was not. I saw, what was the numbers? Over 1 million, I know.
Over 1 million were watching live.
Yeah. And I like the Kelseys. I see a lot of their clips. I only get it like most everyone else if it's on Twitter or I guess Reels or Instagram or something where it just pops up. Like, oh, that's funny.
Every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
That's the most you hear of Kelsey.
That's Jason, correct? Not Travis. Not Trav.
Trav?
Was that from their podcast?
No, that was from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. That, as far as your drops that you play, that's in the top 10.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe
especially
top 5.
with Dave.
Yeah. Because he'll be like, I don't want to jinx anything, and then you fire the clip. I did not, and I didn't do it because, everybody's doing it, so I'm not going to do it. I have never watched the podcast besides like the clips that I say. But it sure seemed like everybody was watching it and following it. And I'm also not anti Taylor Swift. I'm not bothered in the slightest when they show Taylor Swift. To me, I'm really not, but I think it's a bit, I don't think they need to.
I am.
You're bothered by that?
I'm bothered by Taylor Swift.
Her in general.
She just needs to monopolize music, which I don't like.
How is she doing that?
She makes an album, then she makes a special vinyl that's only available at Target. Then there's a special vinyl that you can only get on her website. And are you really a true Taylor Swift fan if you don't have all 4 vinyls and the CDs and everything else? Plus, you need to go to her concert, which costs $700 to $800 a ticket.
You're not a Swiftie?
No.
Yeah, I can't claim to be. I a couple songs she has that are fine.
She does Party in the USA, right?
No. Again, I think you could find cases where people would say otherwise. I have heard from a couple people that have been near her or around her or known her in some circles. They say she's great, and I love that. But that's where, like, when that's going on, Chris, it makes you wonder, you know, a lot of these people, when she's that big, I mean, she has a team of people. And if you could kind of just get to the core of her, I do know someone that was kind of close to her in a radio event, and they said one of the things she did, it's like they had a, let's say there was like a meet and greet, and her bigger thing was, look, I want less people. I can't remember the number of people. So let's say, hey, there's going to be 1,000 people this meet and greet. She might have said, I'll do 100 or 50. But I want to spend more quality. Like it was, okay, Chris, you and I were one of the people in line. We were the one of the 50, let's say. But she gave us like face-to-face quality time, blah, 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 as opposed to let's not run in 1,000 people. So I like that, but also I don't know what that meant. Like, did she get 5 minutes with these people? Was it 1 minute? Was it a picture? I don't know. But I heard she's really
$5,000. Was it $6,000?
That part I don't know. But also back to that, I don't think I guess she's co-signing it.
Yeah, she's a billionaire. She doesn't need money ever.
No, I just think other people around her are doing that, but she's still a part of that team.
Yeah, like if she wants, she could do free concerts. Now, I'm not saying like go that far, like pay the people, pay who's working for you and stuff like that. But like you can be extremely profitable for $100 and $200 a ticket.
Now, isn't there a story, I could be wrong, of when she had that massive tour recently, and like you said, prices were just ridiculous. Didn't she, what seemingly went way above and beyond, like all the crew and tour people and people like in the places she went to? Didn't she leave a bunch of money and tips and all that?
Yeah,
kind of stuff?
I think that there is big bonuses and stuff like that. But at the same time,
yeah,
you can even do that with half the price that you're paying.
Yeah, that's not coming from that gate probably per se. More lefties, people are saying on our text line, Madison Bumgarner. Sure. Yeah, we had a Barry Bonds mention. Yep, absolutely. All right. Did you listen or watch I saw a clip or two, but
yeah, I saw a couple clips.
Just whatever.
There's one where she was really impressed with like Travis Kelce, like just saying like a thought, and it's just like, oh man.
What, they don't talk every day normally?
It was like someone like
I don't
commented.
think I saw that clip.
I'll have to find it, but someone commented like, "Is this the first time that they're meeting?"
Yeah, because I think I saw one of the clips I saw was, it was something asking her. Maybe it was Jason Kelce asking her, unless it was from a fan, but he was reading it to my knowledge. What was her welcome to football moment, which is funny because obviously she doesn't play football, but she's now been going to games. But I think she said something about the AFC Championship game with the Ravens. But man, can she be polarizing. And it's one of those things when people get that popular, obviously a ton of people love them. But I think there's either contrarians or people like, that's too popular. I'm just going against the grain. That's fine. To me, I'm just totally indifferent on her. She seems fine. I did not see or watch or listen to the podcast, but apparently a lot of you did. All right. Question 3.
Question 3.
Finally, the much anticipated release of the Kings schedule yesterday.
Woo!
Your thoughts?
Okay. I said it. Let's go through it. Win, loss, win, win. I'm not even looking at the games. Loss, win, win, win.
You idiot. That's obviously a loss.
Darn it. Streak is broken. You know what I did? This is a 100% true story. The schedule came out, and the first thing I did, I just wanted to make sure that what was leaked. I go, is Utah first? Phoenix first, Utah, Lakers. I go, okay, good. Just for those that had leaked, because I had been burned on that before. And then I took a quick look at Thanksgiving because I'm always kind of curious about that. And wait, did I have this right? Is Thanksgiving the 20th or the 27th? Do you know that off the top of your head, Chris?
It is the 27th.
Okay. I thought so. So what I did was when I saw that, I go, okay, the Kings play before. Oh, and after. Okay. So then I go, wait a minute. They play the day before Thanksgiving. We're off on Thanksgiving. We're off the day after Thanksgiving. We are going to have a triple supersize rewind on that Monday, December 1st. Because we'll be recapping the Suns, we'll be recapping the Jazz, and we'll be recapping the Grizzlies. Be ready for the triple. I don't think we've ever had a 4. I know we've had a 3. We've had 2 quite a bit. You ready for that? Are we doing preseason rewind?
No.
Oh, this is a regular season thing.
We have the same schedule as the Beam.
Okay, that makes sense because if they make the postseason, we never have had a postseason rewind. We didn't do it on the Beam year.
I mean, technically postseason, not playoff.
You're right. We did the play-in, which was sad the last 2. Well, the Warrior one. No, we didn't have that. Last year was the first year.
Yeah, first year.
The only time we had it was after the brutal home loss to the Mavericks, and I don't think I even wanted to do it. The schedule is out. Chris and I discussed this earlier. A couple of things that stood out to me that I wanted to get into. I like that the Sacramento Kings have, I think, 9 nationally televised games. They're going to be, whether it's on Peacock, NBC, ESPN, whatever it might be, the other outlets. But I just did not know that the NBC or Peacock deal for Tuesday nights, the West Coast game is going to be at 8:00. That's brutal. It's fine for us. And look, Chris and I and Dave have morning schedules. I hate that. I'm going to be honest, but it's not about our schedule. I just think it's bad for the masses, for the mass appeal of the sport. So you get to Mountain Time, you get to Central Time, you get to East Coast Time. That game's at 9, 10, or 11 just starting. And they ended up, what did we figure out, Chris? They have 5 of them. 5 Tuesday night, 8:00 games that are on either NBC or Peacock. And the first one is November 11th against Denver at home. They've got one against the Clippers on December 30th in LA. They got one the very next week at home against Dallas. And then later in the year, on March 3rd, at home against Phoenix. And 2 weeks later, return of De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes.
Return? You're still saying, like, I know Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
but-
When does he's already come, right? When do we stop?
Stop.
When is it no longer a return? Wait,
I think it's always a return.
Okay. But that is March 17th. A couple other things that stood out to me. So this is the one. I'm going to ask you this just as a general thought, Chris, right now before the season even starts.
Remember how I made that Portland trip last year?
Uh-huh.
I saw this year that when they go to Portland, like it's the last game, and is there like a different one, or is it?
There's a Sunday, but I thought I saw Portland as a Friday. Let me see. In Portland? No, it's a Thursday, December 18th.
December 18th.
Are you trying to find a trip?
Yeah.
All right. This is an area I like to find. I like to work on this stuff. The other thing that didn't happen, another thing that I thought they've implemented the last couple of years, the Kings, to my knowledge, I didn't see one of these this year. They don't have that schedule potting. If people remember last year, they had those 2 games in New Orleans back to back, or they were separated by a day before the All-Star break. And I think that's cool. They had a couple years before where they had 2 in Minnesota and 2 in Houston, but none this year. Trip-wise, Chris, let's see. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Well, I think your options are, you want to go east at all? You want to do it? That's not a good one.
Maybe.
Orlando, Atlanta?
Ugh, gross.
Okay. Yikes. Let's see. Let's find you one. Philly, Boston? If you really wanted to get aggressive, you could do that. Philly, Boston, Washington.
Here's the problem too, is I don't think I can. I know the coach. Maybe I could get a deal, but because I was going to say, with these places that you're naming, I don't know if it works for my not paying $100 or more for a ticket.
Well, you'd have to go through your connections, I think.
Yeah.
Or, hey, Chris, you are a member of the media.
I am a member of the media.
We can get you a media badge. Yeah, it's weird. They're weekend games. You know, like, for example, if you're trying to get to, where was the one that was a little bit odd? Like a Friday, Sunday or something like that, or a Thursday, Saturday, like, oh, they're in Memphis, but then they go to Denver. It's like, okay, that's not close. They're in Miami, but then they go to Indiana. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. We'll see if we can.
Oh man, I'm looking at it like on ESPN. They've got the ticket prices. So I was looking at the Celtics in Washington. I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty cool to go to Boston and then take the train down to Washington. And Boston, it says tickets as low as $105. Then the next game for Washington, tickets as low as $15.
I was going to say Washington will be cheap. Boston will not. Okay, but if I ask you this question as a general statement, give me three or four of the best teams right now, Chris, in the Western Conference. And there's no correct answer, but just in your mind, 3 or 4 of the best teams.
OKC.
Okay.
Obviously, Houston.
Okay.
And I guess I'll just throw in Golden State just because they're always around something.
Okay, so you said OKC, Houston, Golden State. Would you put Denver up there?
Yeah.
Would you put Minnesota up there?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was the schedule quirk I think I found that I was like, oh boy. So everybody's looking at, how many road games early on, who they play at home opener, final game, long road trips, long homestands. If we go on the premise that the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the best teams, and the premise that Minnesota is one of the better teams, and Denver, who loaded up again, is one of the better teams.
I know exactly what you're looking at. Tough start.
Of the first 18 games, half of their schedule, half of it is Denver, Oklahoma City, and Minnesota. They play them 9 times of the first 18. OKC 3 in the first 15, Denver 3 in the first 17, Minnesota 3 in the first 18 games. 9 of their first 18 against Denver, OKC, and Minnesota.
So the glass half full to look at this is maybe you could get them early. Maybe they're not. Oklahoma City, they just went through a rigorous run through to the finals. They have the least amount of rest as the Pacers.
Okay.
So maybe you get them early and you could steal a win or two.
Now I'll play the role of Debbie Downer. Let's say you go 0 for, and you're 0 for 9. So you're at best you could be through 18 is 9-9. You'd have to win the rest, and the rest are what? Home for Phoenix at the start. Okay. Then Utah. You'd have to beat the Lakers at home. You'd have to beat Chicago on the second night of a back-to-back. You'd have to beat Milwaukee in Milwaukee. You'd have to beat the Warriors here. You'd have to beat, let's see, where does this end? Atlanta here. You'd have to go and win in San Antonio, and you'd have to go and win in Memphis. Those are the other 9. I just thought that was crazy. Oh, OKC early on. Oh, there's OKC again. Oh, my gosh, there's OKC a third time. And then I noticed there's Denver 3 times in the first 17 and Minnesota 3 times in the first 18. That, to me, was one of the oddest things. I thought the other thing I was telling you about, I was going to look at long homestands because I think traditionally lately, I think the Kings have come home and not done very well. So if we're going to go as a long homestand of 5 or more, there's one early on: Golden State, OKC, Minnesota, Denver, Atlanta. That doesn't sound very appealing with a couple of home back-to-backs in there to me. Let's see. There's another one later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that has Houston, the Lakers back-to-back, the Knicks, Washington, Portland. That's okay. Miami and Toronto. That one they might be able to do okay, but at times over the years, traditionally, they've let us down. There's another 5-game homestand: Phoenix, New Orleans, Chicago, Indiana, Charlotte. That one sounds much better to me. And those are the 3 biggest road trips. But we'll go over that. I mean, obviously, as the season goes along, we'll find little dips and maybe highlights that could help boost the Kings. But look, we're back to there's talent here on the roster. It's a bit mismatched. Can they put it all together? All right. When we come back, we're going to put it together. We're going to do some sports business with Kelly Brothers. We missed him yesterday, but he's with us today. That is next.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SacktownSports.com to join.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same day or next day delivery, or order online and pick it up in store. Kills primers, pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that, and third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
And he is with us on this Friday. We had to change schedules a little bit yesterday. We appreciate Kelly's flexibility. Kelly, good morning.
Jason, how are you doing, my friend? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. I'm doing well. What's the hat? I'm trying to pick out what the emblem is there.
It's McCooney is what it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Taro gave it to me. To me, it looked like Ferrari. It's got the black and the. I don't know. I don't even know what that is, but
yeah.
Taro dropped some swag on me, so
there you go. I like that. Well, before we get into some of our topics here on sports business, which we really appreciate, and we know a lot of you out there do, just checking in always every once in a while on you guys. How's Cap Trust going? What's business like over there for you these days?
Business is good, but it gets choppy when you have tariff tantrums like we had in April. But this market just amazingly resilient, and the S&P was down nearly 20% at one time. Now it's up 10% on the year. So it's been a nice, strong bounce back, and the economy's hanging in there if you can ignore, the political wrangling back and forth that goes on. And part of our job is to make sure people do ignore that, take a look at the underlying issues, moving their money, so to speak. But overall, things are good.
Good. Well, we know they're good in the NBA because valuations keep going up. Portland just sold, and man, the Blazers and the league, Kelly, they're doing well.
Yeah. $4 billion for the Blazers. I'm sure that sounds weird. That has some people. The Lakers just sold for $10 billion.
Yeah, that is. You're right.
And the Mavericks sold for, was it 6 or 7? But this is Portland. It's a smaller city, smaller metro area. The man who bought them, Tom Dundon, is the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes in the NHL, and he bought the Blazers from the estate of Paul Allen. So Paul Allen, of course, was one of the co-founders of Microsoft. The estate of Paul Allen still owns the Seahawks and also 25% of the MLS Seattle Sounders. So that was a very valuable estate when Paul sadly passed away from cancer. But the interesting thing about that, here's what they did. Last year, the Blazers sold their arena to the city of Portland, the Moda Arena, for $1. They sold the underlying real estate for $7 million. They then put together a public-private partnership with the idea that they want to renovate the arena and the surrounding area. They have a lease through 2030. But if it doesn't work with the city, they can go somewhere else. So their arena situation is still in flux in a big way. But at least the good news for Portland is that it looks like Mr. Dundon is going to keep the team in Portland, and that was a big concern.
So he's in the NHL and the in the NBA. If you were, working with someone like him or had someone with just this kind of ability to acquire a team, what's the best sport to be in now? NFL, NBA, NHL, or MLB?
There's no doubt the NFL has the best model, but the valuations are also pretty high in terms of what you're getting. So in terms of valuation, I'm not sure. For most of these people, this is vanity projects, and for most of these people, this is very patient money. They don't need nor want to sell in the next 10 years. But you will see some owners for estate planning reasons have to sell. I think that was part of the reason Mark Cuban did what he did. But this is, it's the classic economic case of supply and demand. There's very low supply of these teams and a very high demand of people who think they could run a team.
Yeah. Well, the way sports has gone, and you've told us this is going to be happening, and it has. Like the NBA schedule came out yesterday, and Kings are going to be on Peacock. That's awesome. That's exciting at times. They're going to be on there, but that's another streaming outlet. We've got Amazon. We got Prime. I mean, sports is all over the place. And Kelly, we're going to be paying more for it, aren't we?
We are. Peacock has up their rates. They got to pay for the $2.5 billion they shelled out for their broadcast rights. You got ESPN and Fox both coming out direct-to-consumer offerings. If you bundle them together, you get them for the low price of $40 a month. Someone went through and said, hey, if you wanted to watch every NFL game this season, what would it cost you? And the answer is $1,500 to $1,700. So, and that depends on what you get bundled or what you don't get bundled. But I mean, think about Sunday Ticket. Think about the YouTube TV base plan. You got Peacock, you got Amazon Prime, you got Netflix, you got ESPN Plus, you got everything that goes. So it's streaming is becoming almost as complicated as cable was before. But at least with cable, you were paying one price, you were getting it all. Now you kind of got to go to a bunch of different vendors. And that's the hard part, because it pisses me off when I go to watch a baseball game and it's not where I think it's going to be. And you end up with announcers you don't know and angles you don't. It doesn't feel good to me. And now most of these places are putting a lot of money into it, and Netflix and their games on Thanksgiving last year, or whatever holiday that was. Is that Christmas Day? That was Christmas Day. A huge success. So and that's how they make their money. So they're doing just fine. The other thing I wanted to bring up, Jason, because it only came down yesterday afternoon, the IOC is going to allow LA to break their clean venue tradition. What usually happens is when the Olympics go into a city, they kind of take the names off of all the arenas and they just call them, the stadium in Inglewood or the whatever it is. They're going to allow them to now go out and sell to most of the original folks, like to SoFi. Hey, if you want to be SoFi Stadium during the Olympics, you can buy that. So they're going to allow LA to do it. Why? Because LA is going to pay $7 billion to put on the games, and they're trying to make sure that it's mostly private funding and not a huge burden on taxpayers in a city that could use that money for something else.
But there's no way a place like SoFi or the Intuit Dome, they're not going to allow another company to come in there. It's got to be them to buy this, right?
No, they would have the first right of refusal, no doubt on that. And there are a few places where they're not included in, like Dodger Stadium, the Rose Bowl. Those are what they are. But some of these other newer stadiums, no, there are actually carve-outs for the Olympics. Not unlike if you buy something at Golden One, right? And you buy an arena or a loft there are carve-outs for the NCAA, for a political convention, for a few different things. Same thing with the naming rights as well. The Olympics always was one. But those folks have the right now to pay extra money to keep their name on during the Olympics. Olympics are coming up. It's going to happen fast.
Yeah. Okay. This is one we saved for you, Kelly, because we thought, Kelly would have a better understanding of this. We were trying to, crunch the numbers or try to figure out if this was something that was productive just on value. So the Milwaukee Brewers won 12 games in a row, and they've had this long-standing giveaway from George Webb Restaurants out there that the owner years ago, like in the 1940s, said if they ever win 12 in a row, we'll give away free burgers. So it's happened twice. This is now the third time. And I think in one of the times they did it, Kelly, they gave away 168,000 free hamburgers. Now, obviously, there's free pub. There's all that. Is that a net win? And not just for them, but some of those companies that will do some sort of gimmick that, hey, this happens with this team, come get this, or this beer, they lose and everybody gets a free beer. Do those things end up in your mind in general being net positives?
If not, they go away, Jason. That's how you know.
I guess so.
I mean, I've often wondered how many people claim their cookie
right
when the other team misses 2 free throws. How many take their cookie? I don't know the answer to that. So that's a good question. But no, Milwaukee's doing great. It feels like they pulled all the mojo from the Giants, and
isn't that right?
And it'll be and the other it'll be interesting to see the A's numbers here, because this is where the schedule gets tough, Jason, because football kicks in and there's something else to watch. And if your team's not in contention, this is where it gets a little hairy. We saw it with the River Cats, where you had really good River Cats teams in the playoffs, and the thing was half empty because why? There was football on that day.
Right.
And so this is that part of the year where, the promotional guys really earn their money because they got to come up with some way to get butts in the seats.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, Kelly, thank you for being flexible this week. We'll get you back next week on Thursday. Have a great weekend. Oh, by the way, do you have any trips out to Notre Dame this year to watch the Irish?
I do. I'm hoping to give Dave a tour for Notre Dame at Notre Dame USC when he's out there. I'm very excited about. I mean, they got a good team, but I don't know. I just love college football, so just all of it. And to think that that's coming up, and Notre Dame opens, I think, 2 weeks from Sunday night in Miami against the Hurricanes. So that's a tough. That's a 90% humidity, hard place to begin your season. But yeah, we'll make it out for a game or two.
That's an earn your rankings game, that's for sure. Well, Kelly, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you.
You too. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thank you. That is Kelly Brothers talking sports business with us here on Sacktown Sports.
Good business.
We break, we come back. Much more to get to, including A's manager Mark Kotze at the top of the hour here on Sacktown Sports.
Play here. Tomorrow, preseason action continues. It's the 49ers taking on the Raiders. Pre-game at noon with kickoff at 1.
Your exclusive home for 49ers football.
It's Sacktown Sports 1140.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the A's have played better than 500 baseball since the end of June, and one reason, improved starting pitching. And now that Luis Severino is on the IL, rookies comprise 4/5 of that rotation, including 22-year-old Luis Morales, a consensus top 5 prospect in the A's organization.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of boomtown baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
He waited a lifetime for this moment. Now it's time to celebrate. The official collection. The Oklahoma City Thunder, NBA champions. Available now at NBA Store. A Fanatics experience.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Now is the time to enjoy all California has to offer, and what better way than a brand new 2025 Jeep Wrangler? And right now you can save up to $10,000 off MSRP. Don't miss your chance to save on one of America's best-selling SUVs.
And what is this I hear about 50 vehicles under $20,000?
Yes, at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter, we have nearly 200 vehicles in stock, including Hemis, diesels, heavy duties, 4x4s, and 50 under $20,000. So whatever you're looking for, you can find it at Hoblet. We're a 5th-generation family dealer, and when you buy from Hoblet, you're treated like family because you become family. Don't miss our award-winning customer service and some of the best prices you will find on the truck of your dreams.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 10,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X after 5,000 factory rebates and 5,000 dealer discounts. 3 this net savings. Sample VIN 622117. See dealer for details.
Hello, I'm Frank Concord with Retirement Security Center for this weekly economic update. U.S. jobless claims came in at 224,000 for the week ending August 9th, under economists' expectations, but staying within a healthy range. Job market momentum remains fragile after a disappointing July payroll report of just 73,000 new jobs, along with downward revisions to earlier months. Meanwhile, wholesale inflation surged unexpectedly. U.S. producer prices rose 0.9% in July, the strongest monthly gain since mid-2022, and 3.3% year over year. This may raise fresh doubts about whether the Federal Reserve will cut rates this fall. Adding to the economic swirl, President Trump ramped up tariffs, imposing duties as high as 41% on imports from Canada, Switzerland, and more, despite mounting concerns over the repercussions. Against the backdrop of weakening trust in economic institutions, Trump replaced the Bureau of Labor Statistics head with E.J. Antoni, igniting criticism over potential politicizing of crucial data. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned in other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Go on a culinary adventure at one of Europe's biggest food events coming to the Americas, Terra Madre. Discover more flavors to savor, more ideas to chew on, more voices shaping the future of food. Join chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower for tastings, pop-ups, food demos, and panels, all celebrating good, clean, and fair food for all. Terra Madre Americas, September 26th through 28th in Sacramento. Savor the journey. Visit TerraMadreUSA.com for more details. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, A's manager Mark Kotze set to join us at the top of the hour. We got our quarterback rankings, top 10, coming up at 9 o'clock. Friday Fun and Games to wrap things up. Jason Ross and Christopher Laud. Thanks again to Kelly Brothers. We've already visited with him and with Dave Richard talking fantasy football today. Let's see this text line from the 209. Do you have a popular, iconic movie or show that you've never seen? Maybe parts, but never seen start to finish. I'm 58, and I've never seen E.T. and the show Lost. I've never seen Lost.
I've never seen Lost.
I have seen E.T.
I think
I'm one of the
me
few...
being born when it was like, had to have watched it.
You've seen, this would be a good question for you because you've seen, I would say, the majority of things. What would you say is the most, I don't know if popular, but like if you went at scale across the people that have seen it, like I would say to me, one, I've not seen Titanic. I think that's a pretty popular movie. Certainly at the time, people had seen it. I have not seen that.
Visually, it holds up. Like,
really?
It's like, whoa.
Okay.
But like, it is terribly, like the dialogue is just awful.
Oh, really? I just
like when you learn from James Cameron, like he made the movie because he always wanted to go and visit Titanic.
Yeah.
So he basically wrote a movie as a reason to go and deep sea dive to the Titanic.
You know who's a big Titanic fan? Not the movie, but just the story of the Titanic.
Me?
Bigger than you.
Bigger than me. Okay.
Frankie.
Really? How is he bigger?
I don't know. He's like obsessed
He
with
is
it.
not bigger in any way.
Well, not taller, but he is obsessed with it. They went to see something in Vegas about it.
Oh, the thing that I've been to twice?
I think he's went into once, I think this time. But he's like, talks about it a lot.
Never heard him talk about it once.
You guys need to break bread and talk about it. What's the most popular thing that you know of that you haven't seen? Oh, I got another one.
The Godfather movies.
Okay. I never watched Friends.
I think I've seen an episode or two.
I mean, it's been on, but I know who the people are. I don't know one full episode. Like it's on enough on TBS or TNT or whatever after games.
I guess like the most popular ones, like recently, never watched A Big Bang Theory, never watched How I Met Your Mother.
I didn't see that.
I'm trying to think of the other CBS #1 comedies.
Yeah. The funny thing I always think about, like when, I think it was this last year. Did CBS have the Super Bowl? I think so. But there's usually a show that the networks are promoting. And there was one, I think it was this year, but maybe the years are blending, and CBS was promoting. I'm like, that is going to be canceled. Like that show's not going to make it. and I don't think it did. I can't remember what the show was. Let's see. UPS Chris here. Have you guys watched The Walking Dead? I have
Nope.
not. Someone else is saying the Poseidon Adventure. Didn't see that. Spoiler alert for Titanic. It sinks at the end. Can't wait for the sequel. Okay. Yeah, that's one I didn't see. I did get this yesterday, though, from a longtime friend, Chris. That was exciting to me, and probably only me, but I thought I would share it with our group. High school, since grade school, I've known this guy. His name is Tim. I'll keep Tim Corkin. You guys will love this, I think. I love it. He just randomly sent me this, Chris, yesterday. He says, J. Ross, if you ever get a chance to interview Aaron Boone, remind him that we beat him by 39 in hoops in high school. And then he sent me a little clip of the box score, which I did not remember. I knew we played him. I knew we won. I did not know that was the score. So Woodbridge High School in Orange County, we scored 84. Aaron Boone's school at Villa Park scored 45. Let me look at the stat line. Oh, it just has the point total. Aaron Boone had 7 on his team. Let's see. Kirby had 8. Someone named Johnson. Vicano had 7. Callahan 4. Mansolino had 8. Oh, Martian was a problem for us, had 11. We couldn't control the Martian. But for us, with our 85 points, my guy Ryan Rao had 4. Toby Ramos was on.
Toby.
He was on a heater. He had 18, all on threes. Eric Lekas had 4. Matt Murphy had 4.
They had threes back then?
They did. Mike Fenton had 1. Mike Manthai had 14. There's my guy Tim Corkin with 11. Joey Cohen with 9. Romalis Taylor had 12. And yours truly, how many do you think I had? Again, that's a lot of our points already.
I'm going to say 13.
You're giving me way too much credit. I was a bench guy. I had 7.
Oh.
Same as Boone, though. Same as Boone. How about that?
Did you know that at the time?
We knew who he was because
Okay.
more of his dad was Bob Boone. It was like, hey, that's Aaron, that's his son. And
He should have given up basketball then. That's the whole reason why the Yankees got Alex Rodriguez.
If I remember right, I thought he was pretty good. Now we put the clamps on him. Probably couldn't handle my defense. Slapped the floor and got in his face.
Bo.
It's like, get this guy away from me. Probably a Yankee fan. Ugh. One more cut here. I thought this was really interesting. We're in a day and age of college football where it's different. Chris and I talked about this yesterday. Like, hey, what would be your preference? Would you rather go play for a coach or would you want the money? And, people want the money. And I'm not. It's our world. This is Thomas Hammock, and he kind of came on the scene last year when Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. That was a really big win for them. But he was asked this question yesterday about that. Here's what he said. I think.
Interesting.
Oh, you know what? How about I pot it up? It would be on my end. So hang on. Restart. My bad. That was me. Here we go. Thomas Hammock.
I enjoyed my college experience. I didn't get one dime, but the lessons I learned was more valuable than any money you can ever pay me. And I appreciate that because that is long term. People are losing the fact that this is short term. I coached in the National Football League for 5 years. 5 years. Don't lose focus of what the long term. Get your degree, learn valuable lessons that's going to help you in the long term of your life. That's the whole purpose. This is a transition from being a kid to a grown-up. And I hope people don't lose focus of that.
I mean, I agree, but I also know, like, in this day and age, it's just, okay, I can still learn some of those lessons, but can I also get paid?
I would 100% agree with what he said if these colleges weren't bringing in billions upon billions of dollars off of
these athletes,
their labor.
Yeah.
They are these administrators are making millions of dollars because of these guys playing football. You should profit off of that.
Yeah. Well, and, I think that was the shorter version of it. Part of it is he's like, look, this work that we do in football, I mean, they work hard. They really do. That's such a time commitment, and they're working hard. It's a physical sport. It's a draining sport. It's difficult. But he's like, just go get a job. Like, if you're looking to make money, go get a job. It's like, well, that's work. Yes, it is. But
You can't do that if you're an athlete.
Well, no, that's what he's saying. Like,
Yeah.
well, then don't be an athlete, because why would you put all this difficult work in? And some of these guys, look, put in all that kind of work and don't play. And that to me is, I don't know how to fix it, because I think I'm with you, Chris. I'm not opposed to them getting paid, because there's too many people making money. And a lot of times, and this goes way back to really to UCLA and Ed O'Bannon and probably others, but Ed O'Bannon famously was like, wait, if you're going to put my name or my likeness in a video game and that sells for $60 and I get zero, that doesn't seem right. And I agree with him on that. But
and what did the NCAA do? They just stopped making it because they didn't want to set a precedent.
right. And then finally, I mean, years and years and years and years later, there's been breakthroughs, but it feels like it's gotten a little out of control. And what I don't like is, okay, I'm going to Syracuse. Syracuse asked me to be their quarterback. And I go there, they give me some NIL money, and I don't get the starting job. And then I'm upset and I leave, and now I'm going to Tulsa because Tulsa's still going to offer me money and probably the starting job. Oh, wait, it didn't quite work out there, or it did. I started, but I also want to be at a bigger school. So now year 3, I'm off to Kentucky. And then Kentucky pays me. I do fine there, and I end up my last year at Arizona. And it's like, I just... chasing the money, chasing opportunities, which, look, I think a lot of people do that just in general, but I don't know the fix. I don't know how to make it better. I still thoroughly enjoy the sport, but it seems like some of the priorities, I guess I'll put it that way, have gotten out of whack for the sport and certainly for the athlete, but I don't know how we fix it. I'm not here to be the one to have the fix. When we come back, your fix on A's baseball. A's manager Mark Kotze. They get the Angels in town this weekend. He is scheduled to join us when we come back here on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, and let me tell you about the great deals they have going on right now. You can receive up to $9,500 in bonus cash when you lease select models. Not interested in a lease? How about a certified pre-owned vehicle? That's right, they have low rates for up to 36 months, or maybe you're looking to buy brand new. Well, they got you covered when it comes to that as well. And if you're looking for an electric vehicle, well, check out their deals on e-sprinters. Take it from me, I'm now rolling in the finest ride I've ever had. I'm driving the all-new electric EQS SUV. I don't have to worry about filling my tank at all. It's a long-range vehicle, and not only do I love it, my family loves it as well. So take it from me, Kyle Draper. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is where you want to go to buy your new vehicle. They believe that when you buy the finest car in the world, you deserve the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5 or online anytime at mbfstockton.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York.
and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the Water Wheel.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, welcome back into the show. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud. And we are efforting to get A's skipper, Mark Kotze, scheduled to be joining us here shortly. Chris did send me this during the break. The NCAA Infractions Committee is sanctioning former Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh with a show cause of 10 years and former Michigan defensive analyst Connor Stallions with a show cause of 8 years per Ross Dellinger. So looks like, I mean, it's not going to matter much for Harbs in his time now with the Chargers, but that was always a weird story, a weird case that was going on. So we'll see what develops out of all of that. So anyway, a couple hours in here to the show. Welcome back in with us as we will be looking forward to the show rolling right along here. And, oh, is that we need him to clear that line, Chris. Let me tell him really fast. Hang on. I think Dave is calling in on the line that the manager is supposed to be calling in on. So, Dave, stop. We don't want to lose the skipper. Hey, Chris, I don't know if you're hearing me at the same time while Dave's talking to you. He's not. Gotcha. All right. We're getting a separate number here. All right. I didn't know that's what Dave was doing. All right. He's helping out. We appreciate that. So, yeah, we're going to get Mark Kotze here in just a moment. Let's clean up a couple of the things here. We were talking about the NIL money. Listen, they all should just give those students a minimum NIL salary, problem solved, and then the higher paying ones get it based on incentive. Okay, well, that's a way. It's a suggestion, but we'll see if that's ultimately a solution they'll bounce on. I'm anxious to talk to manager Mark Kotze because I think the A's, I don't know, as a manager, obviously he's trying to win every game, right? There's no denying that. But how does one get it done with the situation that he's been given, a younger team, a team that hasn't always spent the money on their players, and let's not lose sight of the fact about the amount of injuries they've gone through. They really have gone through a ton of injuries. So, but I think all things being said, with the turmoil, the different issues that they've had to go through, I think they've done a good job. I think he's done a good job. 54 wins, 69 losses. I know they always want more. They've developed some young talent out of necessity, one, and out of a desire because they get some good, young, talented players. But let's do it right now. We welcome in the skipper, the manager, Mark Kotze of Your Athletics, joining us here. Mark, how are you? Jason Ross here with you. How are you doing this morning?
I'm actually just pulling up to the San Diego airport, catching a flight back to Sac. So I'm doing well.
Wow. Wait, so you had one day off, quick trip down there, and then back up?
That's right. Yep. 24 hours or less, and got some time with the family, which is always important, and, back to work.
Man, I know you've been in baseball life or a long baseball career and now managerial career. Like how often do you have to mix in those quick trips when you get them like that?
Well, whenever there's an opportunity, right? I mean, you obviously my family home's in San Diego, and it's been that way since we started our family together in 2001. But you know what? I mean, it's well worth it. Obviously, we don't get a ton of time like this during the season to break away. And, my son started high school his senior year, so it was a good chance to come back and, get a day, man.
Yeah.
But looking forward to getting back to Sac today and getting to this series against the Angels.
Yeah, so you guys got some work ahead of you, too, for that. As far as, truly when a day off like yesterday, is that one you're like, hey, I'm getting away, guys get away, try to not think about baseball? Is that, or is it different times a year, different feels on those days off?
No, I think, for the most part, guys just try to get away, We do this 162 times and in 185 days. So anytime you can catch a break and just kind of unwind, I think it's healthy both physically and mentally, obviously.
How would you assess this year? Like, we knew there were challenges coming in just based on the stuff you guys had to deal with that's off the field, changing venues, moving from Oakland to Sacramento, getting adjusted to a new park. And you've had a ton of injuries this year, as you know. But how do you feel you are right now with this club? How would you assess this season?
Well, I think, you described it pretty accurately. There's been a lot of change, obviously a lot of adjusting, but that's part of the game. And, if you're in the game long enough, whether it's via trade or through free agency or whatever other avenue, you experience change. So for us, obviously part of our season that was really challenging in May and into June was the 20 out of 21 game stretch that, really kind of took its toll on our opportunities to really, stay competitive in the division. And unfortunately, we've dug ourselves a really big hole. But in doing that, like you said, we've had quite a few major league debuts. I think we may lead the league in major league debuts. We're still kind of identifying talent that can help us win and giving guys opportunities that they may not have had we not gone through this, through that 20 game stretch. So, we've played better baseball. If you eliminate those 20 games, I think we've played 500 baseball for the vast majority of the season.
I know that's the hard part. It's such a long year. And the reality is, there was a point in May, you guys were 4 games above 500, kind of one of the talk of the league. And then that's such a rough stretch. That's so rare, but it does happen. And it happened to you guys. Even Mark, if that's, 6-15, which you wouldn't have loved, but you'd be in a much different spot. How do you, kind of put that together where you go, look, at one point we were playing really well. Right now you're playing pretty well. There is that other spot, but what team do you feel like you're more like, that succeeding group or the one that had that really huge dip?
Well, every team has dips, right? We can look around the league right now. There's teams that are struggling. There's teams that are going through losing streaks. You look at the Yankees, you look at the Mets. They've obviously had their challenges in the last month, with wins and losses. But for us, I do believe we're more of the team that we're showing now. And, through that stretch of 20 games, we really struggled on the mound, and we've made improvements. We've made adjustments. We identified some areas defensively that we felt we could improve, which we've done. So obviously there was a lot to gain through the failure. No one wants to go through those times and experience what we went through, but the only way to get better is to learn from that period of time, and I think we did a good job making those adjustments.
Well, and that adjustments you're going through now is you got a lot of young players that are pitching on a night-to-night basis for your regular rotation is really young. There's some good in there, certainly what you're getting from Lopez on a pretty consistent basis, and others. What are you learning about your young guys that are getting opportunities now?
Well, I think you said it perfectly. I mean, night in, night out, it starts on the mound. It starts with starting pitching, getting into the game, giving us depth. We do have young guys. Jack Perkins, JT Ginn, Luis Morales. So, when you have those young starters, sometimes it can impact the bullpen. We saw that, there before the day off. JT goes 2 innings. We run through the bullpen. Hogan Harris did a great job of giving us 3 innings and saving some arms down there. But when that happens, it impacts the rest of the group, and it can impact, your ability to win games. Not maybe that day, obviously, but going forward with who you have available. So it's important for our young starters to go out, have good starts, get some depth, get some innings, and give us a chance, to be competitive in the games.
You have a unique spot early on for most of the year. We've talked to Jacob Wilson a couple times. It's like, this is his rookie of the year. He's got it. He's been playing great. Unfortunately, injuries. Now on the positive side, Mark, you now have developed Nick Kurtz, who's come in and just been incredible. Can you talk about both those guys as far as what Wilson has meant, his ability to put the ball in play consistently when he's healthy, and then what Kurtz has turned into so far?
Well, I think both, like you said, they're different hitters. For Jacob, he obviously has an ability for bat to ball at an elite level. And sorry, 1 second, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to have to go through security just so I don't miss my flight.
Oh, this will be good. Yeah, we'll pass us through the scanner as we are getting live. Mark Kotze going through TSA in San Diego. This is good. We're asking him right now, though, about Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson. Wilson, by the way, is still injured, so hopefully he'll give us an update on when he might return. But this is cool. Seeing it's been a longer.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, good. You passed. They didn't pull you for extra security.
I'm through security. But no, for Nick Kurtz, I mean, what an amazing run this young man's been on since he's been here to the big leagues. He's exceeded all expectations. So. It's nice to have 2 young position players that are, having great years. We're hoping to get Jacob Wilson back sooner than later.
Oh, good.
And have him finish the season for sure.
How about Denzel Clark? What's his update for a return?
Yeah, there's a possibility. Denzel is out in Vegas. He'll start his rehab assignment tonight, and we'll hopefully get him back, in the next week or 10 days, as long as everything goes well through this process. And, it's important for these young players to finish the season. And, we're hopeful that we can get all 3 of them back and have them go out and perform for 4 weeks.
Yeah, you played outfield in the majors, some first base as well. But, I mean, watching him out there, I've gone to a lot of games this year and seen him make some incredible catches. I wasn't obviously at the one in Anaheim. That one was ridiculous. But when there's a ball in the gap or to the wall, how confident are you that he's going to get that?
No, we're really confident. I mean, he's playing a Gold Glove type center field for the limited amount of games he's been out there for us. But, we enjoy watching it. We're working on the bat, which I thought there was a lot of improvement, towards right before he got injured. And we're hopeful that we just get him back and continue to make progress with him.
A few more moments with A's skipper Mark Kotze. So you guys have adapted to Sacramento. I remember early on the media here was asking you about, because I think the first series with the Cubs, there was a bunch of home runs. Everyone's saying it's a home run park. You said, well, let's, can we get 20, 30, 40 games? Let's play a few more games. So you've played a lot more. There's been home runs, but not an absurd amount. What's your overall evaluation of just the play of, the state of play in that stadium in Sacramento?
Yeah, I think, I'd like to just kind of evaluate it once we get done with the year based on, the other 29 ballparks. I think we'll have enough data, like you said, to really tell you, hey, this ballpark plays, in the top 10 or the bottom 10. I'm assuming right now it's probably obviously the top 10 still. That being said, like, we've seen the adjustments, we've seen it play differently. And when we execute pitches, it doesn't have any impact, right? But that's kind of the general census around the league. So
I was at a game. Let's see, what was one of the last series? Arizona, a week or so ago. And you argue balls and strikes. They're going to toss you out, and that happens, right? You've been tossed before, but man, what a unique situation at Sutter Health Park. It's like, oh man, poor Kotze's got to do the walk of shame going down there, and then you're like, I'm going to pick up the pace and start jogging the rest. What is that the worst part about being tossed at home?
There's no doubt about it. I mean, you can't hide, right? And it's always nice that the home fans give me my support as I go down the left field line. So, it's definitely different, but we're enjoying it, and can't say enough about the Sacramento fans that have come out, supported us night in, night out. It should be a good weekend. I think there's fireworks on Saturday, so all good. But I'm gonna try to clear security now, and
all right.
And I appreciate you guys having me on.
You got it. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We knew you were tied on time. Thank you so much. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That is Mark Kotze, A's manager. We really do appreciate him for a few moments of his time. I'd said that before. It was comical to me that I knew it would happen. I remember we asked Jacob Wilson that early on in the season. It hadn't happened yet. I said, Jacob, look, we realize your locker room, and the visiting locker room is the same. It's out there. It's across the outfield, and that's just the way that the stadium is set up. But I said, have you guys talked about that? If someone gets tossed, that's a long walk, especially if it's the opposing team. Then you got the home fans getting all over them. But Kotze got tossed. You'd say anything about balls or strikes, and you're going to get the boot. And he did. And then he's just doing that slow walk on the dirt down that third base or the outfield line kind of. And then it's like, all right, I'll pick up the pace. I'll start jogging here. Let's make this a little quicker. But look, the A's, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I personally have had a lot of fun going to the games, a lot of fun. And I'm not telling you to go, but I'm telling you, if you do go, try to find a way. Chris gives out the ticket prices all the time. You can get in for an inexpensive rate. You can get a good seat. I can tell you there's a very affordable parking in parking lots just outside the main lot, but you can go to the main lot too if you'd like to pull in all the way there. If you're thinking all budget wise, you could eat before the game. They're probably not liking me saying this, but you can find some things at the game and just, I'm not telling you to go to every one, but can you make a game and see what having Major League Baseball is in our town? I will say it does feel a little bit different than, I don't know. I mean, I've been to a lot of the stadiums. I've been lucky, not all of them. I'd still like to go to all the Major League Baseball stadiums. And it feels like if I'm in a different city, let me think of a city that I went to. Like, I'm just looking at the schedule today. Okay, I've been to Texas, not their new stadium, but their old stadium. And, when you're going there, you've never been to that park, and I walk in, I just feel like I'm from out of town, literally, and going to a new park, and you're just, eyes are big, and you're checking it all out. There's a feeling to that. Though I had been to, then Rayleigh Field, now Sutter Health Park, this year, the first game I went to, I remember that feeling like, oh, we got professional baseball, which we had before, but Major League Baseball in Sacramento. Walking in, I'm seeing Cubs fans at the time, A's fans. I had that same kind of feeling. Now, the park, I think, is beautiful in its own way, but yeah, it's smaller. It's not the same kind of, massive structure that you'll see in San Francisco or where the A's played last year in Oakland or even, any other stadium. But I think for what we have, for what it is, I've really enjoyed it, and maybe more so than I thought. I know I like baseball. I like to watch baseball. And it's been an enjoyable time. But again, if you don't have the ability to do it or can't afford it, don't force anything. But if you have a chance, I think you should go. Now, the overall feel of the way the season has gone has been a little bit different, not in their win-loss record, but I did think year one, every game would sell out and tickets would be in high demand. That was wrong. You can get more affordable tickets. I went in with a buddy on season tickets, and I've enjoyed that. It's honestly, I don't know if I'll renew, but what it's made me do is go to way more games than I anticipated. I joked early on because, Chris, you and Dave didn't know that I got the tickets, and I was trying to get the over-under on you guys. I think you both said under 5. And knowing then I had tickets, I'm like, I'll have over 5 by April.
Well, then also our thinking was it was going to be so expensive to go to the games.
And we didn't do it this way, but I think people did purchase those tickets to then say, all right, they will get expensive and there will be a high demand. And look, we could turn around and sell these tickets. As someone that has attempted to sell tickets a couple times, it's not easy and you're not getting the same value. A few games you can get close to your value. But I will, I don't know what it would look like if this team had the record flipped from what it is right now. Because at 54 and 69, if they were 69 and 54, which would be what the third best record of the American League, I got to imagine more and more people would be out there. Kelly Brothers mentioned it. We are getting closer
good at business
to September, and now weekend games competing with the National Football League, maybe college football on Saturdays. I don't know how they'll do. Instead of 8,000-9,000 out there, are they going to have 6 or 7? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The other thing that I was wrong about, but I think most people probably felt safe about the prediction. I think, Chris, the one thing I know we were talking about at this time probably a year ago about baseball coming here is like, can you imagine A's games in August? Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, we've had maybe the best summer in 25 years. So I caution that because now, look, I think we've all gone through this summer and gone, this has been one of the best summers we've ever had. I've been at a few games and been hot, but not like unbearable.
But we've had like summers of like 106
consistently,
and fires and smoke in the air and stuff like that.
Well, in the 106, wasn't it last year? Didn't we set the record for most 100 days in a row?
I think so.
So to then assume, oh, well, next year maybe they can change some of these to more day games. I don't know. They got to be careful on that. And I'm a little bit torn because part of me thought, I think they should play more day games. And here was my logic. Look, everybody that's lived in Sacramento long enough knows that it's probably the absolute hottest between 4 and 6. So it's like, oh, let's start the games at 7. Well, you're coming off just some of the hottest temperatures. Now it's cooling down. So the argument at 12:30 is it's not as hot, but it's also warming up. So I don't know. I don't know when to play the games. They got very lucky this year. There still may be a hot day or two coming up. I don't want to pretend like it's all gone. But I think all things considered, it's been pretty good.
The one thing that you mentioned is going to be interesting on ticket prices next season.
Yes.
Because if they keep it how it is, how many season ticket holders that have tickets now are going to renew for next season?
Right. I'm in that category where I'm going, that was been my complaint. Like I don't mind having the season tickets. It wasn't like absurdly expensive. It's costly, but it's something we could do, me and my buddy. But knowing that, Chris, that I paid X and I could go online today and get less, with the exception of a few games, will then make me go, I don't think I'll renew, but I'll just go to the games that I want to go to. And overall, spend less. Now, it's been nice to have access to tickets, and that's probably the game that every season ticket holder plays. I mean, is it worth it? Is it cost too much? How much am I going? If I don't go, who's using my tickets? And if I have to sell, can I effectively sell? But I've enjoyed the experience. I think it's been a lot of fun. Weekend set. In fact, still figuring out what I'm going to do about Sunday, but the other two are taken care of. And that's the other thing I know they're trying to I wonder if they can implement, because if you look at a lot of the other teams, they play 3 series in a row on the road and then 3 series in a row at home. The A's are basically 1 week at home, 1 week on the road, 1 week at home, 1 week on the road. And that seems like a lot, but there's something about that wraparound getting into another week on the road that's different for a lot of teams. And so,
go ahead.
No, I was to say, so a lot of guys, I forget who we talked to earlier. It's like, might have been when we talked to Brent Rooker. He said, yeah, it's been a little hard to get a rhythm because it's 1 week home, 1 week road, but I don't know if they'll change that.
What's interesting here is I'm looking ahead to the Red Sox series. And that's like one of the, Yankees, Red Sox, that.
Yeah, but that's what? Oh, no, that's a week during the week of September, right?
Yes, in September during the week.
I bet that's down to still like 40.
September 9th, Tuesday, $52.
Okay.
But it's not something crazy like it was for like the Yankees and the Giants.
Yeah. And I wonder if I remember at the very beginning.
43. Yep, you nailed it.
Okay. When tickets were first coming out and people that had season tickets had them, like I looked at the resale then. I'm like, whoa, some of these games are ridiculous. But that didn't last. So if you could have sold them early and people were buying, that might have been it. So anyway, we will see. But thanks again to A's manager Mark Kotze. I mean, that's the other part of sports life. I mean, it's the reality of it. Their schedules are so busy. He had one day off. Boom, get down to San Diego, see the family, and fly right back. Wow, really appreciate him checking in. We will talk a little more baseball a little bit later, including streaking. We've got that coming up at 8:45. When we return, more to get to here on the show, including some more tidbits from the NBA schedule that was released yesterday. We'll talk about the Kings and the impact on that and their national television appearances. We'll get into more of that. That is straight ahead right here on Sacktown Sports.
The Alan Styles Show.
Are the Kings the one team in the league that could actually benefit from one of their players having a podcast? Malik, it would probably be Malik, even though he's in all these dang trade rumors. Wouldn't it be nice if you heard stories about the Kings?
You can listen to the Alan Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earn.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
Get ready for the return of record-breaking speed. Saturday, August 23rd, the Johnny Brazil Memorial roars into Stockton 99 Speedway for a night of legendary racing. Speed Tour Super Modified to unleash mind-blowing horsepower and more. Gates at 5, racing at 7. Tickets start at just $20 at StockTon99.com. Be there.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey, it's Alan Styles. Have an injury? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, an injury law firm, has many happy clients in Sacramento and the surrounding areas who have called downtown. Get paid for your injuries from slip and falls or auto accidents. One of their most recent settlements was $1.5 million for a motorcycle accident. Have you had an auto accident? Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. And visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. I love spending a day on the golf course with invited friends, but not with uninvited mosquitoes, which can carry serious diseases like West Nile virus. Don't let mosquito bites ruin your round or your health. Stay safe while playing golf, hiking, or enjoying the outdoors with family. Defend yourself with insect repellent. For tips about your golf game, listen for Golf to Go. But for more tips on protecting yourself and your home from mosquitoes, visit fightthebite.net.
High voltage live boxing action returns to the venue on September 6th as Uppercut Promotions presents 6 big fights featuring undefeated fighters. Thunder Showdown September 6th at the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Tickets at Ticketmaster. Fight cards subject to change. Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, our thanks again to all our guests we've already had today. Been a jam-packed show. We've talked to Dave Richard, got some fantasy football advice, Kelly Brothers, some sports business.
Good at business.
And the A's skipper, Mark Kotze. I believe, Chris, in the history of the show, this could be wrong, but I believe, first time we've talked to a guest live that was going through TSA, I think.
Yes.
Okay. We'll take it.
The other memorable one I remember I think you were filling in the afternoon, this is a long time ago, was someone got in an accident.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. I don't know who that was.
I want to say it was someone that was working for the Giants TV. Amy Gutierrez, maybe?
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah, like literally, it wasn't bad.
No, it was like, I gotta go. Someone just ran into me.
Yeah, and then I think we said, call back because we want to make sure it sounded like they were okay, but is everyone okay? And like, all right, the interview's over, but we want to make sure everybody's okay. Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. I don't know if it was Amy G, but it might have been. All right. Again, thanks to all those that have joined us and you as well on the text line at 916-339-1140. Also on our YouTube, while you're there, please hit that thumbs up button. Thank you to all our chatters, all our regulars that are there on this Friday morning. Happy Friday to one and all. Jason Ross, Christopher Law, Davis back with us on Tuesday as we're getting ready for the weekend. Yesterday, the NBA schedule came out. The Sacramento Kings, saw some tidbits from that. Well, let me start with the kind of the national love. I was trying to look at that and say, all right, OKC, I get it. The Lakers, all right. Warriors still, and the Knicks, all with 34 nationally televised games. That's a lot of love for those teams. In second, I wasn't entirely understanding one of these teams. Again, they're good. It's not to slight them. They can have plenty of them. But to have the second most in a tie, Houston, totally get that with what we think they're going to be. Minnesota, I don't know. Good team. Ant's a great player. They've been good. I have no issue with them having, but to have the second most, to have more than Denver to have more than Boston, to have more than Cleveland, to have more than Dallas. And they've been better than Dallas. But that's the next group. Denver, 26 nationally televised games. Boston, 25. Cleveland, 24. And Dallas, 23. The Kings, they will get 9 nationally televised games. That's a fine number. And if you missed it, we talked about this earlier. Just some of the schedule quirks that are going on with the Kings. Those 5 Tuesdays throughout the year where they're going to be on either NBC or Peacock. And those are 8 o'clock game times. Actually, I think it's ABC. Yeah. Or excuse me, NBC. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Really late starts. Remember the first year that Golden One opened? And there was concern about traffic and all that. And the first full season, every Kings game during the week was at 7:30. And it took one season to say, nope, we don't like that. A lot of government workers, a lot of people are off at 4 and 5. And yeah, I can get you downtown, get you to restaurants, but people want to be done and on. So interesting. We'll see how the 8 o'clock games go. People will still be there, still be great crowds, still be great energy, all that. But, I mean, the energy is always going to be good. But Golden One's awesome. So year 10 coming up. So there was a couple of the quirks there. The other things I noticed, I saw one. Let me find it here. They played Dallas on December 27th, a Saturday game at 2. I don't remember that happening before. That's at home. I mean, not, road games, there's always some weird schedules.
I really like the afternoon games.
I love that. Not on a non-NFL Sunday, that's great.
And especially you said 2 o'clock. So like my preferred time would be 1.
1? What I don't like, and I don't know that I have a good answer as to why. And it's not for, I don't know. I don't know why I don't like this, but the Kings have a lot of these. Let me see how many I can find. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I got a lot of don't likes. I don't like when they play home back to back. Home and, the home and then home the very next night. So they're going to do that 6 times early on. They've got that Denver one. Now, this is one I'll have to ask somebody in the league because I always thought this was a league rule, and obviously I found a couple instances this year where it's not. Chris, they play that Tuesday night game, November 11th at 8 against Denver. I thought you could not play your next game within 24 hours. They play Atlanta here the next night at 7. Like game time start.
Yeah.
But I know it's
I'm
1 hour
guessing
difference.
it's with the quirk of the
Peacock.
Yeah.
But there was some on the road that fit that I thought was weird later on. But there's one. They have a Saturday, Sunday home. Oh, wow. Why is that Houston game? Oh, that's probably why. So normally if they play home on Sundays, it's either 3 or 6. They play Portland on Saturday the 20th at home at 7. Houston Sunday at home at 7. So that's a 24-hour window. I don't know any other reason why that game would be at 7. Other little timing like that, they have a Houston on the 11th at 6 on Sunday night, then the Lakers the next night, home back-to-back. They have Miami, Toronto, home back-to-back, Clippers, Cleveland, home back-to-back, Indiana, Charlotte, home back-to-back. The other one that caught me, this is just a small, subtle thing, but in the last, I don't know how many years I can remember, the league always had on the very final day, day 82, game 82, everybody play. And basically all of the Eastern Conference played at what would be equivalent as 9 a.m. here. So like noon there. And the West, 12:30 starts. So for us, 12:30. This year, that final game, the Kings are in Portland at 5:30. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. Maybe that's a TV thing this year. I don't know what's the difference. Maybe they didn't like that early start. And they kind of do that to have everybody playing at the same time. So you can't go, oh, if this team loses, we can sit our guys. They're trying to have everybody play as many players as they can on game 82. The other thing that's probably more important than these times and opener and closer was the scheduling quirk that I found early on that I'll restate if you missed it earlier. This one caught my attention and has me a bit nervous. Look, you play 82 games. You're going to have to go through the schedule. You're going to have to play good teams. You're going to have some schedule wins based on, the other team you're playing just is in 4 and 5 nights or just had a terrible flight or whatever. Just things happen that favor you and vice versa. But if we go on the premonition that the defending champs are one of the best teams, which I think that's an obvious statement, Denver, they're one of the favorites in the West. Minnesota has been a good team. Well, on your Kings schedule, if you missed it earlier, They play Oklahoma City 3 times in the first 15 games. They play Denver 3 times in the first 17 games, and they play Minnesota 3 times in the first 18. So if we use the 18 games as the backdrop, in those 18 games, they're going to play Denver, OKC, and Minnesota, half of them. 9 of the first 18 games are against those teams. To Chris's point, he said this earlier, maybe you catch them early. Maybe you get through that. And that's the other thing that can happen. I remember there was a couple years ago, I think it was Miami. Yeah, the Kings played Miami twice really early and I think beat them both times or at least split. And then by the end of the year, Miami got hot and it's like, ooh, I wouldn't want to play Miami now. Maybe it goes vice versa. A team gets off to a hot start and you played them. And then, oh man, later on in the year, they traded guys. They got hurt. They're not the same team. It's like, man, you got rid of that team early. I think last year they got the Warriors a bunch early, the Lakers like all around Christmas time. This year, at the end of the year, they got the Warriors in the game 80 and game 81, separated by a few days. So, look, the bottom line is it's all going to come down to how they play, how healthy they stay. Same for the other teams in the West, and what other roster moves they make between now and either the start of the season or in season. But the roadmap is here for the 82. Officially starts with preseason game against Toronto. By the way, why is Toronto coming out here for a preseason game? Kings go to Portland.
I want to say they're in Vancouver for preseason for a game.
Dropping down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't they play? Was that last year or the year before?
I think so.
The Kings played Toronto in Vancouver as well, I think. And then the Clippers here and the Lakers there. Like I always thought they should just play the Warriors home and home, maybe the Clippers or Lakers home and home, and just make it nice and easy. Glad there's only 4 preseason games. And then it all starts October 22nd at Phoenix for the Kings against the Suns. All right, break time for us. When we come back, we're going to find out who's hot, who's not, and how we did on streaking. I'm at double digits. Can I extend the streak? We'll find out next.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
One of our chatters, Jess, was in the building. They're having a conversation about media. She said, not media like Dave. I mean real media. Dave is weird media, which is fine.
You're so weird media.
Weird media.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Let's go. You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Kohl's Back to School sale is here with deals on looks your kids will love all year. Because even though they're sad summer is ending, let's be real. Some of us are ready. It's time to trade the all-day PJs and always damp swimsuits for styles that'll keep up and hold up, so your kids will be ready too. Shop Kohl's Back to School sale and bring on the new year. Select styles, prices good through August 17th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Labor Day savings are on at Elk Grove Chevy with $10,500 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter after all rebates. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $10,500 off new Silverado exclusively at the Elk Grove Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MegaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work parking ZR2, my trade-in 2011 Chevy car, not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Mega.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Golf.com's Josh Sens offers 5 common golf course maintenance mistakes and tips to correct them. You've hit the green, and to fix your divot, you jam your tool underneath the ball mark and lift the soil, but the right way is to circle the edges of the mark with your tool, gently pulling the turf toward the center. Second, when fixing divots in the fairway, fill it with sand until it's level with surrounding turf, and gently smooth it with your foot. Third, when the course imposes the 90-degree rule, it means to stay on the cart path until you can turn at a right angle to your ball, minimizing wear and tear on the turf. 4, when you're driving on the course, proceed at a modest pace and avoid staked and roped off areas. Avoid sharp turns, wet turf, bunker edges, tees, and greens. The superintendent will applaud you. 5, in a bunker, rake the sand smoothly and exit as you entered from the low side. Tap the sand from your shoes and leave it as if you weren't there. And now that you know, make sure your foursome knows as well. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
All right. I'll bite. Chris, who's hot?
Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarbs.
In his last series against the Reds, he hit a home run on Monday. Schwarber has hit a home run in each of his last 13 series. The only other single season streaks in Major League Baseball history that are above that are
give me a hint.
Well-known home run hitters.
Okay, then I'm going to go.
One in 1998 and one in 1996.
McGuire and Sosa.
Yep.
Sammy
Sosa had 15 in 1998. This is insane. In 1996, Mark McGuire had 20.
20 game series or 20
series straight. That feels like a season.
It does. Man. And Schwarber's at what? 15, you said?
13.
Still good for him. Wow, that's impressive. Text line before we get to who's not says, hey, Alan said that the Kings would go 17-3 in the first 20 games. LOL, I don't see that happening. Well, I just mentioned they got half of their first 18 against Denver, OKC, and Minnesota. If they do that.
Are you on goofball pills or something?
That would be impressive. All right, so that's who's hot. Kyle Schwarber.
This city would explode.
If they went 17-3,
I am preparing the parade. Like, I want a end of the year parade for the Kings if they were to do that.
Let me see. Just guess, Chris. I'm going to look this up. I don't expect you to have the right answer. What do you think their record was the year they won 61 games through 20 games?
20, I am going to say they were 16-4.
16-4 in, let me see. Let me get here. The 01 Kings, 01-02. Sorry, I got to get to schedule results. All right, here we go. So you're going with 16-4. The Kings through 20 games. All right, not bad. 15-5.
Okay.
But Alan's saying 17-3. Let me look back at that.
Once we ask him, I'm pretty sure it will be. He's like, I didn't say that at all.
4-0 start. They beat the Sonics. Who are they?
Sonics.
They're super. The Seattle Super Sonics.
Was this like a preseason game where they like play against like a overseas team or something?
Maybe, and they counted it? That's weird. They won at Denver. They beat the Spurs, and they beat the Cavs 4-0. Lost at Indiana and Orlando. Sure, we were saying fire Rick Adelman at the time. 4-2. Beat the Heat, beat the Raptors, beat the Bulls. They got to 7-2. Lost to the Lakers. What a terrible game. 93-85. Beat the Rockets, beat the Blazers, beat the Nets. So now they get themselves back to a 10-3 mark. Lost to the Grizzlies, 10-4. Beat the Rockets, Mavs, Spurs, who went overtime, 13-4. Lost to the Mavs and won the next two. 15-5 through 20 games. All right. Well, that's who's hot. Let's find out who's not.
New York Mets.
Again? Did we have them earlier in the week?
We did.
But
they're making history.
Oh, what do we got?
Well, they lost to the Braves yesterday, 4-3.
Okay.
In the last 30 years, only 2 teams in Major League Baseball have entered June with the best record and have a 2-13 or worse stretch in the same season.
Okay.
2025 Mets and
give me the year.
2017. So it wasn't that long ago.
2017, I have no idea. Rangers.
The Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers. Okay. They've struggled too.
It was great.
They've struggled too, by the way. Those Los Angeles Dodgers. Big series tonight. Dodgers Padres. And that is in Los Angeles. Clayton Kershaw going against undecided. Ooh, mystery. A little mystery for the Pods, who they'll go with. But yeah, Padres now a game up on the Dodgers. And I know in Southern California, that's a big deal. The Padres, that's a huge deal to them. It's like the Giants and Dodgers are big up here. Dodgers, their fans are like, it's fine. We want to beat the Padres. Not like the Padres want to beat the Dodgers, though. All right. Well, that's who's hot. That's who's not. How about we go streaking?
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking. Yeah.
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking.
Streaking.
All right. We got some streaks going on here on the show. A combined total of 16 games going into yesterday. Dave is at 4. I'm at 10. Chris is at 2. Going to action yesterday. Dave stayed at 4 because remember the day before he took Nick Kurtz and he did not play. Well, Chris, he did the same thing yesterday. He went somewhere else because the A's didn't play. He took the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And Cal Raleigh had one of those situations where it's like, like you had the other day with Hunter Goodman. He didn't play. It was a day game. Gave him a day off, but he came in to pinch hit. The only problem is not an official at bat. He had a plate appearance, but he walked. So 0 for 0, no damage. He doesn't lose the hitting streak, doesn't add to it. Dave stays at 4. So 2 days in a row, he picked someone that was out of the lineup. Chris, you were at 2, trying to get to 3, and you took Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Hit high, left center field, at the fence, turns, it's out of here! Big fly, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a stunner step around second as he slams the Blue Jays in front, 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, how about that? Highlight accompanying your hit and a home run. Chris adds to his home run total now at 14 for the season. And the hitting streak at 3. Good job. I'm trying to get to 11. I took Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks. He got up 4 times. Let's see how he did. I don't have a highlight. I have Denzel Washington here. I'm just going to play it.
Everybody's got an opinion. We live in a world of opinionaires. You know, that's what I call them, opinionaires. They're all the shows, a bunch of guys, a couple of them that have played, but most of them who haven't. Who have an opinion about what something should be.
Okay. It's just Denzel Washington talking about people on sports talk shows like this. Probably more of the TV shows with an opinion. But anyway,
I don't think he would be a fan of me.
Corbin Carroll got a hit. I think Denzel would be a fan of
Oh, good for you.
you. 11 for me, 3 for Chris, 4 for Carmichael Dave. Excuse me. I've reached out to Dave. Still have not heard at this point. I think he would get Cal Raleigh again if he wants him, but if he changes, we'll let you know. Chris, who are you going to pick today?
I'm going to do what you did last week. I'm going to call my shot.
Ooh.
I'm going to get a home run with Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarbs. I like it. Actually, I think you will too. Who do they got? The Reds, maybe?
Nationals.
Oh, yeah. He might hit too. You're going to get on a heater. I feel it. I'm nervous about today's pick. I'm going back to the Diamondbacks. Trying to get to 12, getting closer to the record, 16, with Ketel Marte. Ketel Marte. Diamondbacks are at Coors Field. Gordon is pitching for the Rockies. He's 2-5 with an 8.37 ERA. All right, I'm going to hear more. That's streaking for you. I want to hear a little more of this Denzel clip. He was asked about sports talk show hosts and their opinions.
Everybody's got an opinion. We live in a world of opinionaires. You know, that's what I call them, opinionaires. They're all the shows, a bunch of the guys, and a couple of them that have played, but most of them who have an opinion about what something should be when they haven't done it. Those who can't talk about those who can. Those who have know what they're talking about. Those who haven't don't. Period. Too much talking. Too much talking. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody's sitting around getting fat, thinking they know how to do it. Just because you can sit behind a desk and chit-chat doesn't mean you can do a damn thing.
It's a bars.
Come get up here with me. Let's find out. Come get in the gym with me. Let's find out. I don't know you.
We saw
but,
you.
I can throw my hands. I can do all. I can sure do it. I can do it for, I can do it for real. I don't talk about it.
Well, let me leave
I'm
you
not
on
some
this.
skinny kid, who never played a day in his life, and now he can get back at everybody because he got a mic in his face and show. People need to shut up. People need to shut up. Learn how to do something. Be actually good at something. Try that.
You know what's interesting? That's not an unpopular opinion. There's something to be said. I know that athletes seemingly, not all of them, respond maybe better to a coach. Like here at Sacramento, Doug Christie did play in the NBA. So that is different than coming from, I don't know, Chris, if you and I were the coach. But it doesn't mean we can't coach the team. Doesn't mean we can't know how to. A lot of coaching is handling people. Obviously, you're going to have coaches that draw up plays and scheme defenses, and whether that's you or not, maybe you broke down film for years. So that can be done, but I understand his point, but I don't think you always have to have had done something to have knowledge on it.
I think he's also talking, I believe, personally, because there's been a lot of talk coming out about, he says that he doesn't make movies for awards or anything like that.
Yeah.
And there's a story that came out where he was telling someone he was acting with, you don't do these for award. You don't want to make a movie for an award. You want to make yourself good enough to where the award becomes bigger because you want it, type of thing.
Gotcha.
And I think that's if you see especially now, criticisms of movies have just been wild. It's either the greatest thing that has ever happened or the worst movie of all time type of thing. And I always talk about awards too, especially in art. Some things aren't supposed to, when you're making something, maybe the idea of it isn't supposed to be good. Maybe it's supposed to make you feel uneasy or make you feel bad or make you just internalize something. And so I always feel kind of gross, with the Oscars and the Golden Globes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Again, what I'm going to say is not a foolproof statement either, but a generalization. I feel like a lot of times someone that might win a Best Actor or Best Actress, Chris, a lot of times to me, it's someone that maybe got really heavy for a role, really thin for a role, changed their body or accent or something. It's yeah, that's talent. That's an art to that. But is that were they better at that than someone that, well, that character was kind of common, anyone could play that? Well, they did, and they played it well. Again, now you're just trying to grade different levels of things. And I feel like more times than not, is if someone did something completely different, they learned how to swim at an elite level. Well, that's great, but
I've talked about Hereditary, which is one of my favorite movies, and Toni Collette is
she's
absolutely incredible in the movie, and like not to be like pointed out for that. It's just like, okay, these are just like these aren't for me.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going to reward a horror.
And you
movie.
hear about the politics and stuff like that goes into it. It's just like, okay, whatever.
It happens in everything, that's for sure. All right, final hour to come on this Friday. Friday Fun and Games to close things out. We still have What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing and Celebrity Birthdays. But up next, let's talk some NFL. The Niners are in action this weekend against the Raiders. Brock Purdy, the importance of Brock Purdy to the 49ers' success. And I'll give you my top 10 QBs. This was my most difficult list, and I think I'm going to get most controversial for this one. We'll see. We'll my list next.
The 49ers play here. Tomorrow, preseason action continues. It's the 49ers taking on the Raiders. Pre-game at noon with kickoff at 1.
Your exclusive home for 49ers football.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mark your calendars for a stacked lineup of live shows. It all starts August 23rd with Gypsy Kings at Hard Rock Live Sacramento and Super Soul Fest featuring Jeffrey Osborne at Thunder Valley. Then get ready to laugh with Weird Al Yankovic at the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic on August 24th and comedian Taylor Tomlinson at Thunder Valley on August 29th. Flashback to the ultimate throwback but lost 80s rewind at Thunder Valley on August 31st. And Fight Night fans, don't miss Thunder Showdown Boxing on September 6th, also at Thunder Valley. Country star Darius Rucker takes the stage at the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic on September 13th, followed by comedian legend Eddie Griffin on September 19th, and Classic Rockers 38 Special on September 21st, both at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Then it's Keith Sweat at Hard Rock Live Sacramento October 5th. And country fans, see David Nail live at Goldfield Roseville October 9th. Get your tickets now and find more info at sacktownsports.com.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer Sales event?
Right now, save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. The Motor Trend 2025 Truck of the Year.
What about all those hard-to-find heavy duties?
Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on the hard-to-find brand new 2025 Ram Heavy Duties. You won't find a better selection of new Rams in California, with over 400 new Rams available and more on the way.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. $15,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorns after $83.16 factory rebates and $66.84 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% below MSRP. $2,000 Stellantis financial bonus cash. Must finance with Stellantis. $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. $11,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Limited after $2,500 factory rebates and $8,500 dealer discount. Rebates include $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. At least 5 at each net savings. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, final hour of the show here as we are anticipating a weekend ahead. 49ers in action against the Raiders tomorrow in preseason game number 2. We're going to get into the importance of Brock Purdy, what he means to this team, but let's check in with our guy, Mitch. Mitch, good morning. How are you?
How you doing?
Doing
Jason,
great.
Chris, thanks for taking my call. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
This should be the last tune-up, the last game. Next week is definitely meaningless. It should raise the number of players on the team, but I'm interested. I'm a Raider fan, but I also like the backup running backs to McCaffrey and the wide receivers. Who do you think makes it? Hopefully nobody that we drafted gets cut. I think you see a bigger turnaround. The 49 division is kind of up for grabs, even the Cardinals.
Right. Yeah, and I think
at least the offense.
Yeah, and the Niners, I mean, I hope they can, if their core group, the guys that, have helped build them to the team they've become the previous years are all healthy, I think they could be great and they can take advantage of that favorable schedule.
Yeah, I think both Western Conferences divisions are going to be really good this year. Have a nice weekend. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that, Mitch. Yeah, I mean, I like this game for multiple reasons. One, it's the Raiders and the Niners playing head-to-head against each other. I know Kyle Shanahan said the other day he'd like to see Brock play. I think that's still kind of the plan, to get him some reps in this series or in this game. I think that's important. And I think, Brock Purdy is, as much as I said yesterday, I think the most important person for the 49ers offensive success is Christian McCaffrey. But look, it's the quarterback. Brock Purdy is obviously very, very important. And, last year, with some of the weapons out, with McCaffrey being the key weapon out, what were Brock's final numbers? 3,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. I'd like to see him a little bit more efficient. A few of those mistakes trimmed down. Like, I know that Chiefs game they lost earlier in the year, he had 3 interceptions. But if he has all his weapons, if he has McCaffrey and McCaffrey running well and Kittle and can get those wide receivers healthy and the line protecting him, I think Brock Purdy's going to have a big year. But quarterback play is critical in the NFL, and Brock Purdy's a big part of that. And, I think we're past that. Mac Jones is there. He's the number 2, but it's not, Brock Purdy shouldn't be looking over his shoulder. Brock Purdy, I think, has earned it to where he can have a bad game or 2. And look, they're paying him like a number 1 guy now. We're past that cute little darling story, which was amazing. Mr. Irrelevant. He's turned himself into a quality quarterback. And when I was looking at the rankings this week, like I said, if you heard this week at all, I've ranked the best tight ends, the best receivers, and the best running backs. Quarterbacks is a challenge. And we're going to go over the same criteria when I get to this list. And the premise being, all the quarterbacks are available. It's not a system-related thing. It's not they've got the best coach. You can picture them having the best coach with all the best weapons, or the worst coach without any weapons. I think these quarterbacks are the 10 I would take out of the field of 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. And this was tough because, it's really, these lists to me are about number 1 and number 2, kind of who's at the top of your list. But it's the 10 you put in. And this changes year by year. And there were some tough names that I left out. And I think when you look at guys that have potential to crack the list and get back in there, like Aaron Rodgers was absolutely a regular in the top 10. I mean, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. He's got the criteria to me that you look for. He's mobile enough, or was, could run when need to, rocket arm, won. Produced, was a multiple MVP. Aaron Rodgers has been one of the greats, but I don't have him in the top 10. I think very highly of someone like Jordan Love. I don't have him in the top 10. Tua, I think, is a good quarterback when he's in there. He's got weapons. Throws a nice ball. I don't have him in the top 10. Let's see. Brock Purdy debated. I mean, look, these are all guys I debated on the 10. That's why I feel like this will be the most controversial list because everybody's got their opinion on quarterbacks. And it's my list. That's why we do it. 10-1. You like it. You hate it. You rip it. You love it. Whatever it is. I'm looking across the board of other guys I didn't select. People are probably okay with Trevor Lawrence not being there, though I think he has top 10 ability. CJ Stroud would have been in the top 10 a year ago. I don't have him in the top 10. Kyler Murray, good quarterback. Geno Smith, good quarterback. Michael Penix, I think, might be good. Cousins probably would have been in there before, but he's no longer a starter. Caleb Williams can work his way in there. Dak Prescott. That was a tough one leaving out. There's good quarterbacks in the NFL, and then there's teams searching to see if they've got one that they can develop. So let's do it. Let's dive into the list. Here is my top 10, 10-1. Again, 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140, and or our chat. You want to get over there, hit that thumbs up button while you're there. Let us know what you think of this list, 10-1. All right, so I'm starting at number 10. This is a guy that I've always been a fan of. There's something about him. Look, in a quarterback, obviously we're going to look at arm. Arm strength is something that's important. Not the most important, but it's important. Leadership, toughness, moxie, whatever you want to put it. This is where I feel like this guy excels. Good arm, good weapons. It's bounced around. It's been a former high pick, but it's kind of remade his career. And he would have been the classic case of a guy that could come in, bounce around to a couple teams, and maybe just bounce right out of the league. But he got another opportunity, and he's made the most of it. Here's my number 10 quarterback in the NFL.
Rashad White on third down and goal. Is the running back shotgun look. Evans has 2 touchdowns. He lines up to the right. In motion, Rashad White dropping. Goes toward the end zone. Wide open. Caught ball. Touchdown, Payne Durham. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fire the cannons.
Baker Mayfield threw that pass. Baker Mayfield, to me, is a success story. Look, surprise on draft day. He was going to go in round 1. But when the Browns took him, I think that caught a lot of people off guard that he went number 1 in that crowded draft class of QBs. And, Cleveland, look, has been proven to be a tough place to be quarterback, right? It's not just Baker Mayfield, though I think he did okay there. And then we've seen him bounce around Carolina and the Rams and gets a new home with Tampa Bay and put together a really good season. And to me, part of it is that toughness. Baker Mayfield throws interceptions. Mayfield gets knocked down, gets pushed around. But he's got swagger to him and a toughness and that moxie that I'm talking about that I like. And I don't think should be higher than this. Maybe he shouldn't be in the top 10, but I've got him at number 10 on my list for top 10 QBs in the National Football League. All right. Some people will have this guy higher. I'll tell you why I don't, but I have this guy at number 9.
10 seconds to go. Second and goal at the 10. Snap to Daniels. Eagles bring 4. Into the middle of the end zone. Touchdown!
They've done it again! Done it again, and this is absolutely a dog. Now think about this. Jaden Daniels, the magic man, the kid, the come from behind victory. What a throw, what a catch, what a play.
I guess they won. Jaden Daniels. Why I have him at 9 and not higher, because I bet some people would have him higher. This is my own version of this. I need to see more. And that's an unfair penalty to him. He couldn't do more than he did in year 1. He was awesome. We give you his numbers from his first year. Completed 69% of his passes, 3,568 yards. Threw for about 210 yards a game. That number could go up, I guess. Only 9 interceptions, 25 touchdowns. Did get sacked a lot, even though he's mobile. Also ran for 891 yards and 6 touchdowns. But he made big plays, helped lead that team that hadn't seen the postseason in a long time to where they went to. And certainly after 1 year, it looks like Washington has their QB1 for years to come. That's exciting. That is exciting. The reason I have him at 9, I'm giving him respect for the 1 year. He did it. He's only had one option, and he's done it. So I'm rewarding him for that, but I'm going to keep him at the back end, but that arrow is pointing up. But again, I brought him up earlier. CJ Stroud would have been in this spot around here last year. Didn't have a terrible year too, but didn't have the same. So if Jaden Daniels' interception rate goes up, if he's less efficient, they don't win as many games, I'm not going to think as highly of him. So you kind of need to do this over time. I'm looking at all the quarterbacks. Again, Baker Mayfield 10. I'm going to rank Jaden Daniels number 9. All right, let's go to number 8.
Hurts back, looking. He is going deep, and it is caught. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 46 yards. The Slim Reaper.
Jalen Hurts is really been good. He wins. He gets the job done. You know, there's a saying that has been looked at in a negative way at the quarterback position, but I don't look at it that way. I've talked to people that have played the position in college and in the pros, and they don't like the term the way I will say me or media uses it as a game manager. That's kind of deemed a negative, but the essence of the position is that you manage the game. So I know we're getting to semantics here because I think media members like, he's just a game manager. So they're referring to it in a negative connotation. But that's kind of what Jalen Hurts is. Everybody hates, the tush push. He's a part of it. They can't stop it. Well, they get to a goal line. They get to 4th and 1. He knows what to do. They call it and they run it. They execute it. Last year, his stats were good. They won, but they would have been better if they didn't have Saquon Barkley. Well, he's better because they have Saquon Barkley. Yeah, he is. But that's not his fault. He's got good receivers. He finds them. He won a Super Bowl. He played great in the Super Bowl. He's got a cool to him, a calmness to him that I think is a reflection of the team. He wins. Doesn't make a ton of mistakes. I would say on the scheme of stats is probably on the lower end of some of these guys, but I don't doubt that if they were in a pass-only situation, he couldn't thrive more, but he's got a great running back. So he's got a lot of the parts to like. Maybe in some mind he's higher. I feel like this is a good spot for Jalen Hurts. So 10, Baker Mayfield. 9, Jaden Daniels. 8, Jalen Hurts. Let's move up the ladder to number 7.
Jared leans in, takes the snap back, and looking. Jared throws, end zone wide open. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Brock Wright.
Jared Goff, that's the Jared you heard there. When he was drafted so high by the Rams and did take them to the Super Bowl, by the way, but then it's just the way it ended for them and him. It felt like, he's going to go to Detroit, and we're just going to, I don't know. We won't see much more of Jared Goff. Credit to him, credit to the Lions and their turnaround of what he's been able to do and what they've been able to do. Obviously, they've drafted well and put incredible talent around him, but he's capitalized on that. 4,629 yards last year, 37 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Mobile enough to get out of some trouble. That's not what he's known for, but utilizing his weapons. The offenses are very risky, they're going to coach that way. They just always have. They're going to be very aggressive in their coaching, going for 4th downs. So they do it. That's fine. And Goff is a reason why, because they trust him. So I feel good about Jared Goff being at number 7. Mayfield 10. Daniels 9. Hurts 8. Jared Goff number 7. Here's my number 6.
Herbert looking to throw, and now shovel passes, has Haskins. Haskins on his horse. 20 to the 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Hassan Haskins, hearkening back to his college days when he rushed for 20 touchdowns under Jim Harbaugh.
And that pass was delivered by Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert. Herbert, for me, is a little bit of a puzzle. And here's why I say that. When I look at Justin Herbert, he just screams to me quarterback. The size, the arm strength, his attitude, his approach. I like all of the characteristics. The one reason I am holding back on Herbert, I want him to win some bigger games. He's won, but at some point to get some separation, to get in what's going to continue to be an absolutely brutal AFC, because we're seeing Mahomes win all the time, keeping things away from Lamar Jackson, keeping things away from Joe Burrow, keeping things away from Josh Allen and others. Herbert's really good, but at some point you can't just be really good and not get over the hump. And it doesn't have to be a Super Bowl, but I need to see the Chargers getting a little bit farther consistently in the postseason. But I love everything about Justin Herbert. Last year, yardage was near 4,000, only 3 interceptions, 23 touchdowns. He didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher behind him. So, I mean, he could do, like, imagine him with Barkley to open things up more or something like that. So I put him there at number 6. Again, this list was really hard for me to do. Now I'm going to get to number 5, and I feel like people aren't going to like this one, but it's my list. I think this guy's really good, has been good, spent a lot of time being good in 2 different teams, has won a Super Bowl. I'm heading to L.A.
Vikings bring 3. Stafford well protected. He drills one right side end zone. Caught! DeMarcus Robinson with his second of the half. He flings it into the stands. And John Matthew Stafford has 4 tonight.
Stafford can spin it. This guy has been slinging it for years, whether it's Detroit or the Rams, and obviously some concern with him and his health to start the year in Los Angeles for the Rams. But this is a top 10 list. Maybe there's a career honor and appreciation for what he's done over the years. But I have him as number 5. Year ago, 3,700 yards. That's probably below what he normally does. Completed 66% of his passes, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That I'm not going to wow you with the stats. He's not going to run a ton. Again, kind of back to what I was saying about Herbert. When I look at him, this guy plays quarterback. He gets hit. He's tough. He got hit for years in Detroit. Got surrounded by better talent. All of a sudden, the Rams, he looks better, and they win a Super Bowl. He's good. He's gifted. He's got, by the end of his career, man, he's going to have just some ridiculous stats. But he's 5, and I think what's important here, I'm going to say Baker Mayfield 10, Jaden Daniels 9, Jalen Hurts 8, Jared Goff 7, Justin Herbert 6, Matthew Stafford 5, and then we draw a line. I've been saying this in the last couple of days when we're doing tight ends. Is it Kelsey? Is it Kittle? Receivers? Is it Justin Jefferson? Is it Chase? Running backs, I had 3 there between Derrick Henry, CMC, or Barkley. Now I'm to quarterbacks, and it's 4. I think this tier has separated itself. The other guys are all good, really good. But these top 4, I think, are on their own tier. And I really feel like it's 1, 1A, 1B, 1C, but I'm going to put numbers to it, and I don't know. You could substitute any of these 4, but this is going to be my list. This is how it's going to look. I feel, like I said, I really feel like they're all 1As, but here is number 4.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Joe has the ball, looking left, throws, caught by Gesicki. Wow. He's at the 20, middle of the field, 10, 5, touchdown! Wow. 47 yards, touchdown pass, number 5 for Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's phenomenal. Has some mechanics, has the arm strength, can move, experience now, good weapons around him. Has taken a team to the Super Bowl in that crowded AFC, has beaten the Chiefs before multiple times in Arrowhead. He's a stud. I mean, he's an absolute stud. He's a phenomenal quarterback. Maybe the best, but I put him at number 4. All right, let's go to 3, more controversy.
Here comes a blitz. Quick pass is caught. They're side. Touchdown! Kansas City! DeAndre Hopkins on the quick left side slant. The second time, D-Hop has tasted the sweet nectar of the Chiefs' Kingdom end zone.
Mitch Holtis, he's so good. Patrick Mahomes. I mean, some call him the GOAT, and he might be. Again, I feel like this is 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. Mahomes has not had as good of a regular season the last couple of years, but that doesn't matter. The guy always gets to the Super Bowl. He's lost a couple. I don't penalize him for that. His unique ability to make plays out of nothing, to throw behind the back, to throw left-handed, shuffle pass, to scramble when they need 6 and he gets 7. Kelsey's not doing anything. Then he finds them in the biggest moments. His improv is off the charts. There are other guys with bigger arms. His arm's good. There are other guys more mobile. He's mobile. He's as tough as they get. He's got a great coordinator. I'm not going to penalize him for that. Or offensive scheme with Reed. Again, I can hear people going, "You're crazy to not have a number 1." I already have someone texting Baker Mayfield, LMAO. I know. It's my list. All right, so we're at 10 Mayfield, 9 Daniels, 8 Jalen Hurts, 7 Jared Goff, 7 Justin Herbert, 5 Matthew Stafford, 4 Joe Burrow. I put Mahomes 3. Again, I feel like these are all the same, so I got to decide between 2. Here's number 2.
Davis, the lone setback. Allen under center. 4 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to his right. Looking to pass. Now gets hit as he throws. And is caught in the end zone by Quentin Morris. His first catch of the season goes for a touchdown.
And that came from quarterback Josh Allen. Everything you want. Big, very big. Runs through linebackers. Runs well. Scrambles well. Has produced. Has won big games. Not the biggest. Tough. Durable. Loves the city he plays in. Loves Buffalo. I mean, Burrow, Mahomes, Josh Allen, they're all awesome. I think I don't feel great about this. This is tough. But if all the quarterbacks are here in front of me and I can have the same coach, the same coordinators, the same offense behind them, I just like all that this guy does. This would be my number 1.
Now you've got to go for the end zone because it's 3rd down and you don't want to settle for the field goal. 3rd and 5. Lamar takes the snap. Backpedaling, drifting to the left, running left, lob back of the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens! Rashad Bateman on the receiving end.
Well, Cheese ZA on our chat says, please tell me Lamar is not number 1. Shake my head. Yep. Now remember, he could be 4 for me. He's not lower than that. It's razor thin. I had to rank him 4 to 1. I could have Burrow there. I could have Allen there. I could have Mahomes there. I put Lamar Jackson. Here's why. I don't even know why. I could talk myself out of it. I think they're all 4 the same. So I really feel like that's its own tier. I love quarterbacks that can run. So he can run better than Allen, and though Allen can run and Burrow can move, and so can Mahomes. I love that. His arm, he's got a cannon. He's got good weapons around him. He's won a ton. Yeah, hasn't won the biggest of games. His winning record's great, win percentage. So I don't know. You can knock some other things. I mean, I think last year, watching him even last year, I felt like he took another jump. He was so comfortable in that offense. They asked him to do even more and give him even more responsibility. I thought he responded well to that. Again, I could talk myself out of it. You don't even have to talk me out of it. I think these are the 4 that are by far the 4 best. Let me just find Lamar's numbers last year. 4,100 yards passing, 41 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. He also ran for 915 and 4 more, with Henry being that productive of the runner. Call me crazy. You can pick someone else, and I'm not going to call you out for it if you say that's a dumb list, and it has to be Allen, it has to be Mahomes, or it has to be Burrow. If you have someone other than those 4, I'll question that, but that's my 4. Someone else says Jalen Hurts is 49, 27, and 1 in his career. Yeah, he's been great. I had him on the list. Brock Purdy never gets love. No love, Jason. That's sad. You should look at his QBR that Lombardi has put out there over his career. Again, I said it was tough. I have to leave Prescott out, Purdy out, Tua out, Jordan Love out. Caleb Williams may get there, and there'll be other guys that do. That's why you do it. Make your list. Make your list. Tell me your 10. And that's mine. I knew people would have some debate with that, but we appreciate it. We love it. That's why we do it. All right, when we come back, we'll find out what's on deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. Plus, since it's Friday, celebrity birthdays. That is next.
Are the Kings the one team in the league that could actually benefit from one of their players having a podcast? Malik, it would probably be Malik, even though he's in all these dang trade rumors. Wouldn't it be nice if you heard stories about the Kings.
You can listen to the Alan Style Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school. In stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Insane 23 while supplies last.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Max Muncy, out with that right hand fracture, has started to perform baseball activities, but still nothing as of early August. His expected return is late August. Jacob Wilson, out with that left forearm fracture, has begun playing catch and running. The hope is for him to return sometime in September. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay $0 up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney's a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
Everybody knows that Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is the spot to get yourself a brand new car. That's why people are coming from all over. Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville. But they also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes and models, every one of them top quality, hand-selected by General Manager Chuck Dean. Over 70 vehicles below $30,000, over 25 below $20,000. You can see that full lineup at SacSuperstore.com. And if you find a lower price somewhere else, they'll match it. And on top of that, the best car buying experience anywhere. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Great conditions, a fun layout, and unbeatable value. Timber Creek and Sierra Pines are Sacramento's #1 rated golf destination. With 27 holes, a spacious practice facility, and professional instruction, there's always a way to improve your game. Planning a tournament or corporate event, they offer customizable packages and award-winning catering to make your event effortless. Timber Creek is easy to find in Roseville, but hard to forget. Book your round today at timbercreekgc.com or call 916-774-3851.
Discover Terra Madre Americas, one of the world's most exciting food events, coming to Northern California for the first time this September 26th through 28th. Dig into good, clean, and fair food for all with chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower. Hear music from The War on Drugs, Spoon, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, Jade Bird, and Passion Pit Solo Acoustic. Savor the journey of Terra Madre Americas, only in Sacramento. Details on TerraMadreUSA.com. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be fun. It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
All right, what's on deck coming your way in just a moment. Getting some more feedback on my list. I knew I'd get it. I wasn't trying to do it in that way, but quarterbacks can trigger people, like from our text line, from the chat. Let's see. It's a 4-way tie. If it's a 4-way tie, playoff record should mean something. Yeah. Lamar is 3-5, Burrow 5-2. Crazy to think that, and Allen is 7-6. What's crazy to think is my top 4, and I don't think there's a debate on 1 through 4. Remember, I said they're all basically 1. But Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen, Burrow, all AFC, and I had Herbert 6. They can't all get through. They're all destroying each other. So yes, I mean at playoff record, but let's say they do this for 10 more years. I think they're all going to keep crossing each other out. I mean, only one team gets out of the AFC, and the AFC is just loaded with quarterbacks. And to the moment, Mahomes is killing that ring culture of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Herbert, really, and Burrow. Now, those that then beat him need to go on and win the Super Bowl. Like Mahomes has gone on and lost a couple Super Bowls now, but still gotten there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Jason, Mr. Irrelevant is going to surprise you this year. Purdy, I debated on having in the top 10. He's just on the outside. I have no issue with Purdy. He's a good quarterback. I hope he does well. I'm rooting for him. Let's see. Then there were a couple that thought I was absolutely crazy. Let me see. Jason, in all my years listening to you in the station, I would never pick you to be a shock jock. This list is shockingly bad.
Shock jock.
That's what I'm known for. I said, that is fine. I appreciate you commenting, but just give me your list. Give me your top 5 so I can evaluate that. And they have not responded yet, but maybe they're typing away. And then another one, you made the list, but didn't check it twice. I actually checked it a lot, 10 times maybe, and asked them for their list.
I heard that Chris Watkins started his list about the same time, so about November we should be getting it.
Which one?
His quarterback list.
Oh, okay.
Because he has to check it over and over.
Look, got my response. All right. Let's see. For the guy that said my list was shockingly bad, his top 5: Allen, reigning MVP, Hurts, then Mahomes, then flip a coin between Jackson and Burrow. Okay. So we had one different. You have Hurts in your top 5 that I had at 8. Again, I'm trying to tell you, I had to put someone number 1. 1 through 4 are the same guy.
I think a lot of people, when they do these quarterback lists too, go by team.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if the team's doing well, that means that the quarterback's doing well, but the team might be doing well because they have a very good defense.
Yeah.
Or they have great blocking.
Yeah.
Like I think it's tough to individualize.
It is.
Especially the NFL, just because of how many players are needed to like just take it like a pass from Mahomes to Kelsey when he has to, you talked about how he has to improvise and make that. Well, how many people working on that have to do their job in order to make that happen?
Yeah. And some of those guys where their gift is they can improvise and do it on their own and create something out of nothing. And others, it's like if the play is set up beautifully, they can run the play, they can read, they can react. Like that's Purdy's strength, his progressions and just how his decision-making process is really fast.
I mean, how successful is Hurts because of the tush push?
Right. But they figured it out. It's a play other people can't stop, and he benefits from it. I guess I probably haven't explained it the best, but here's the way I would look at it. We'll use the Raiders. So these quarterbacks, if we all put them, all the quarterbacks, that's their team. They play for the Raiders. So they have the Raiders line, they have the Raiders running backs, they have the Raiders coaches, they have the Raiders receivers. I think these 10 would produce the best. I guess that's the way I look at it. So if Mahomes is there, the Raiders they'll do well in Burrow and so on and so forth. All right, what's on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. Let's see, we got Angels at A's tonight. That's at Sutter Health Park. We got the Giants at home. Got to get right against the Rays. We got preseason football. Titans at Falcons. Chiefs at Seahawks. We got more golf, too, with the BMW Championship going on. FedEx Cup Round 2. So check that out. But with all that said, And what? What I miss?
What's starting today?
You tell me.
The English Premier League.
What do we got? What's on
Liverpool versus Bournemouth.
I got Liverpool.
Man City versus Wolverhampton on Saturday.
That's a rout. City all the way, Chris.
Might be going to the city to see City.
Oh, what time?
9:30
a.m.
Get to sleep in.
Not if your alarm doesn't work. All right, let's do it. Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends. Time for celebrity birthdays, and nothing brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies. Sounds good right now. All right.
Nothing better than a morning cookie.
Yes. I wrote down the birthdays somewhere. There they are. Next page, other pocket. It is Chris v. Kyle.
Woo!
Kyle wearing, is that Tatis today, the Padre jersey you talked about?
Yes, it is.
There he is. Fernando. First place Padres and second place Dodgers begin a series tonight.
For the first time since I was 8 years old.
What do you mean?
The Padres are in first place in August.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow, 2016?
All right, guys, on this date, in what year did the movie Crazy Rich Asians come out? That's a good movie. Fun.
It's crazy.
I'm going to guess
Rich.
2017.
Okay.
I'll go 2018.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Kyle Ledbetter.
2018 was debating.
All right. Happy birthday, guys, to Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence
J-Law
is 36.
I'll go 34.
We have a tie. Jennifer Lawrence is turning 35 today. Happy birthday to Joe Jonas of the Jonas Brothers.
That's the middle one?
Sure. Older. I don't know. Youngest.
It's not Nick.
35.
I'll say 40.
Chris is closer. 36th birthday today. Happy birthday to...
I confused Jennifer Lawrence
and Jonas, excuse me.
A lot of J's.
Jones.
Happy birthday to Ben Affleck.
Oh, his brother just had a birthday.
He did, Casey.
And as I recall, he was 50. So I'm going to say Ben Affleck is
older? Is he
54.
Younger?
I'll say 53.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Kyle Ledbetter. Got him by a nose there, by one. Anthony Anderson is celebrating birthday today. Happy birthday to Anthony Anderson.
From Hang Time?
Yes, good pull.
Hang Time, working together.
He's in that one Jim Carrey movie, right?
Which one is that?
Yeah.
The one with the split personalities.
Liar.
No, not that one.
He's in.
I'll think of it.
He is in. Well, he's in a ton of TV shows.
The Departed. Microprocesses. He
barbershop
is 54.
54.
I'll say 58.
Chris is closer. He is 55. Happy birthday to everyone's favorite NBA player, Boban.
Oh, action movie star.
Yeah. John Wick 3? 4. 3.
3.
Was he in the new Happy Gilmore?
Yes.
Thought I saw that.
Boban is...
He was naked in the new Happy Gilmore.
33.
I'll say 32.
Chris is closer. He's 37. Happy birthday to Quentin Aaron. Quentin Aaron is the guy that played Michael Orr in The Blind Side. Michael?
Okay. Awful movie. Terrible people.
I liked it.
He is 38.
39.
Kyle's closer, 41. Last one. Happy birthday to Eric Bieniemy. Former Chiefs offensive coordinator, UCLA offensive coordinator. I don't know where he is now.
Probably has a record for most head coaching interviews.
Yes, and doesn't land a job.
He is 58.
Yeah, kind of weird that like he left and Kansas City immediately got better.
Watch it.
He played in college in the 90s, so I'll go 53.
Chris is slightly closer. He is 56. So there you go. There's our birthdays. Happy birthday to one and all. Alan Stiles in next. We'll find out what's coming up on his show. And Friday, fun and games. Straight ahead.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 23 select models only.
Time now for your Sacktown Sports 1140 49ers report. Brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. The Niners lost their first preseason game to Denver 30-9 on Saturday night. Few of the starters played for Mike Shanahan's team. Mac Jones started at quarterback and drove the team down the field for a game-opening TV drive. However, that was all the offensive scoring for San Francisco. Next up for the Niners, they play in Vegas this Saturday afternoon. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
On the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, welcome in. Last segment of the week, Friday Fun and Games. I'll be coming your way in just a moment. Alan Stiles in the building. What is up, Alan?
Not too much, Jason. Not too much.
Not too much.
No, I wouldn't say so. This is I'll put it you like
Alan
this.
Stiles here.
The same old, same old.
Okay.
That's the only way I could put it. The same old, same old.
As far as your show today, or just the
in general,
stuff on the streets?
Just in general.
Okay.
You heard one thing, you heard it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
We did have a texter earlier that made a comment to you or about you.
Yeah, very interesting.
I want to share this with you. Let me find it. It's a ways back. I was talking about the Kings schedule. Oh, yeah, here it is. Allen said the Kings would go 17-3 in the first 20 games. LOL.
No,
don't see that happening.
First of all, that's not what I said. I said they would go 13-7.
Okay.
Then I saw the first 20 games.
Oh.
And I went from being too optimistic to getting calls that I was killing them.
Well, when I saw the schedule come out, that was the thing I figured out yesterday. If we say Denver's one of the best teams, I think they are. OKC certainly is the best team.
Yeah.
And Minnesota, 9 of their first 18.
Yeah.
Half of their first 18 games are against those 3.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yikes.
I know.
Yikes.
I know. And it softens up on the other side, but this is what we were talking about with the roundtable with Brendan Nunez and Chris Watkins yesterday. It could be cooked by then, right? It's nice to have an easy end of your schedule, but the way the trade deadline works, I don't know. I mean, the only argument would be at least the Kings don't, and I'm not trying to give them losses already, but at least the Kings don't make a hasty move because they had a soft beginning of schedule and they try to go deeper all in, and then on the back end they end up the 9-10 seed again, and we don't get the good Boozer twin.
Right.
So because there's 2, but I don't know where the other one is.
Yeah, who knows? Where is the other one?
Not getting drafted.
Maybe
not
he's
this
into
year.
art.
Yeah. No, he does play basketball.
Okay. Just not the same.
He's just not as good as the other two.
What's coming up today on your show?
Yes. So 10:15, I guess we'll just insert eye emoji. Okay. So 10:15, we have some things to clear up here, and it's going to be a quickie. Don't worry. 10:15, we clear up some things. 11 o'clock, our Brett Siegel scoop segment that we've been doing pretty often. Not every Friday, but a lot of the Fridays we've been able to have Brett on. He put out a lot of stuff this week as far as why the Malik Monk deal may or may not work, what's going to happen with Kuminga. So if you want any of those Kuminga updates, on top of other updates, he brought up the Bucks. We spent some time on the Bucks this week. That's coming up at 11. We've been having some fun with ChatGPT. So yesterday, I don't even know how we got here, but yesterday we ended up asking ChatGPT if they would be better, if the Kings would be better this season with Dennis Schroeder.
Mm-hmm.
Then it just kind of snowballed into people hitting us up saying, now do Kyle Kuzma. Honestly, I said, let's do Kyle Kuzma because I know it annoys people.
Right.
And then somebody, I think it was Livermore Pat wanted us to say, now add Jonathan Kuminga. So we have those results for you at 12 o'clock. I know I said 11:30 Livermore Pat, but we had to push it down with Brett Siegel. So 12 o'clock, we will find out. And I'll put you like this. If you want to feel better about the Kings, ChatGPT is so eloquent. They make everybody sound good.
It just sounds good.
It just sounds great. So that's at 12. And then we close out the show with the In Style. Really fun In Style, Out of Style at 1:30. And I'll give you a hint. Betting on Little League, In Style or Out of Style?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. There are a lot of things on this show I don't know how I'm going to approach, but it's a forward-thinking Friday, and we're excited.
I would say this. I would lean towards gross unless you win. Right? If you're winning, if you're really profiting, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing anyway, right?
Exactly.
Man, what's the first kid that's going to be banned for point trading?
I did not think that's where you were going to go. No. That's crazy. I would say this.
Hey, money's involved. We got it.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. I don't think that there is initially a problem with, hey, they're playing anyway, but it's the crazos that little Johnny strikes out and they find the social media. That's the biggest fear.
Yeah, that's awful.
If there was no social, I'm sure it's been happening already.
Probably.
But the social media, these people are
Man,
nuts.
those kids should not be on social media.
But they are.
Yeah, they are.
Bad parents.
I'm sure they got their handles when they say my favorite player. I was going to say Johnny Bench for some odd reason.
Good reference.
My favorite player is Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
I paid my taxes. At Johnny Bench the fourth.
I love it. Good pull of Johnny Bench. Who knew?
I don't know why, man.
Well, we're going to test your knowledge here, Alan. We'll close things out in our final couple minutes here. Some Friday fun and games. You and Chris and Kyle. I was ranking quarterbacks today. Got ripped from my list. That's fine. Top 10. I had my list. So forget that list. We're going to a real list. We're going to see if you guys can complete the list. So the way it goes, Alan, I'll start with you. If you get an answer right, you stay in the game. Chris, Kyle, so on and so forth. The second you're out, we'll see if we can complete this list. So I have the list in front of me of the top 10 quarterbacks all-time passing yardage leaders.
Oh.
Passing yards all time. Pretty easy, I think, at the top. Just you need to name one of the 10 to stay in the game, Alan.
I'm just going to go easy and say Tom Brady.
Number 1, you're still in. Kyle. Or Chris, excuse me. Chris.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Number 3, you're still in. Kyle.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is number 4.
I'm going to get spicy here because I just remember seeing his face a lot. Is it Drew Brees?
Drew Brees is number 2. You guys have the top 4. Good job, team. Chris. Complete the list of all-time passing leaders in the NFL history.
Aaron Rodgers is on there, right?
Still active and number 7. Chris is alive. Kyle.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino hanging on here
Dang
at
it,
number
that was
9.
mine.
Uh-oh, running out of guesses. So you've got the top 4, you got number 7, you got 9.
There's 2 guys I'm thinking of. And either both of them could be on this list or neither of them. I'm going to say this guy just because there's a reason we talked about him, even though he didn't win. Is it Phillip Rivers?
Phillip Rivers is number 6. Allen is still in play. Chris. We have number 5. We have number 8. We have number 10 left. You guys have done great.
John Elway.
John Elway is number 12. Chris is out. Kyle. Number 5, number 8, and number 10.
There must be one easy one we're forgetting.
Will Allen be the last one standing?
Hopefully not.
Do you have another guess in mind?
I do.
Okay, good. Kyle?
All right. I'm going to say Jim Kelly.
Well, if you're saying
he ain't there,
you know that.
No, that's not it.
I'm where's Jimbo? 32nd all time. So Kyle is out. Allen, you're the only one that can complete the list.
Yeah, I'm just did somebody say did somebody say Joe Montana already or no?
They did not. Is that your guess?
It's got to be, right?
No. Joe Montana is 24th.
Oh, I was going to say Big Ben before
all right,
Joe
I'm going to
Montana.
help you guys now.
Can I say Stafford?
Stafford, I would say there's one active. He's 10th. Dan Marino, 9. You got that. Number 8, Matt Ryan. Number 7, Aaron Rodgers. You got Phillip Rivers. You missed number 5, Ben Roethlisberger.
I was going to say Ben, and then Joe Montana popped up. And
Ben was the easy one. I forgot.
One more list. Quickly. Top 10 here.
Very quickly.
All right, very quickly. Top 10. Allen, start us. All-time NBA scoring leaders. Complete the list. Number 10.
LeBron.
Number 1.
Kareem.
Number 2.
Michael Jordan.
Number 5.
Wilt.
Number 7.
Malone.
Number 3.
Larry Bird. Not on the list.
I think DeMar passed him during the year. Larry's number 40. Kyle is out. Allen.
KD.
Kevin Durant is number 8 and active. Chris.
Kobe.
Number 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. You guys are missing 6, 9, and 10. Allen, can you complete the list anymore?
Thinking about the greats.
None of them are active. That's my hint. 6,
Okay.
9, and 10.
Thinking about the greats.
And you watched all of these 3 play, like in your lifetime.
Okay. I don't know.
Recent enough, not like I was a baby.
Shaq?
Shaq is number
that was
9.
mine.
Chris, 6 and 10 are left. They're both kind of tough, but
Reggie.
no. Reggie is out. Allen?
Patrick Chewing.
No, he's out too. Number 6, Dirk. Number 10,
What?
Carmelo.
Oh, Mello. He's like the Carmelo Anthony. That's like the Matt Ryan of
Top 10s.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll accept that. All right, that's it for us. Alan Stiles is coming up. Our thanks again to Dave Richard, our fantasy guy, joining us. Kelly Brothers of Sports Business, and A's manager Mark Kotze. We thank all of them for joining us. Alan Stiles up next.
On the move, got